thanks for starting. All right, here we go. All right, hold on 1 second, sir. Go ahead and mute your mic, John.
Mute it.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Good evening. I'm Coach John Rice, and welcome to Riverside TV, where we have 3 great opening round CIF playoff games for you tonight. On the triple box today, we have the first game is Sanji versus Ramona. Sanji is the 9-1 Skyline champs, and Ramona is a 4th place River Valley League team. On the upper right-hand corner, we have Lakewood versus King. Lakewood's a 3rd place Moore League team against King, which is from the Big West lower. They are the 4th place team, and they qualified 4 teams for the playoffs. And then at the bottom, we have the 2nd place Rancho Verde Mustangs. Rancho Verde finished 2nd in the Ivy League with a record of 8-2. We're looking forward to a great evening. We're setting up for the kickoffs and looking forward to a great night. Let's go to the Lakewood King game and see how that starts out.
Thank you for joining us here on Riverside TV. Welcome to the first round of the CIF.
Cecil Xavier Smith is deep to return, but one of the upmen will reel it into the 31-yard line. Voorhees, and he is spilled just short of the 40.
Looks like a rugby game so far.
We saw a tush-push breakout last week. We'll see if the same happens tonight. A kickoff return caliber tush-push
that
on
seems
the
to be
return.
Right, part of the standard play that we saw last weekend.
And speaking to head coach Justin Utupo, the man guiding the turnaround for the Lancers, he marveled at the success and the ability of sophomore quarterback Cade Casillas.
Casillas comes in with about 2,200 yards, 66% completion.
And let's go quickly to the Sanji Ramona game, where they got a handoff, and it looks like we have an early score early in the game.
We're talking about the quickness of San Gorgonio. It's the quickness of the Rams so far. It's been Valenzuela, and now it's Tolbert. They are finding holes here, and we are only 3 plays into this ball game.
Yeah. San Gorgonio, they're a little bit undersized on defense, but they're very quick, they're very fast, they got really good speed. They got a bunch of playmakers on defense as well as on offense, but we're finding out if you can kind of block and tackle and get in front of them, they're not able to make those plays in space. So I think we've seen what Ramona's going to try to do. They're going to kind of try to keep it tight, Jeff. Jose Martinez kicks off and he'll go into the end zone.
All right, we're going to go to the Lakewood King game, which has already started. We have 11:42 left, and let's hand it over to them.
First on the opening snap of the playoffs.
You'll see Casillas do a lot of that. He tends to roll out pretty often. In fact, he's really good at freelancing. If he gets himself in trouble, he will roll himself out of the pocket, look downfield, and his receivers have really been helping him out in these last few games of the regular season.
Well, that completion percentage you looked at is the best in the Moore League, and that ability to move and buy time with his feet is a big proponent of his success in the passing game. After that incompletion, Casillas and the Lancers face 2nd and 15. They'll go ground on a jet sweep to Cecil Xavier Smith, who gets into the secondary, dances to the 40. A great run from the wide receiver, who's run out at the 39 of King. A 31-yard jet sweep for Cecil Xavier Smith. his longest run of the year, and J.R. King didn't see that one coming. I mean, they just were absolutely out of position on that play.
Good call, as well as look at the pull by the front line. They definitely set up a wall for him to get that gainer and that first down of the night here for Lakewood.
And the coach for the Lancers, Justin Utupo, the biggest point of emphasis for them going into tonight is to win the war in the trenches. I'd say they did a fantastic job blocking for Xavier Smith on that first down run. He's the man in motion here.
Okay, we don't have any audio yet from the announcers, but let's take a look at the Simi Valley Rancho Verde game, which we have a development there at the bottom of the screen.
6'4", 215 pounds. It's not easy to miss him, but the quarterback did incomplete.
Man, I tell you what.
Rancho Verde just scored and is lining up for an extra point for an early score with just over 10 minutes left, and they're going to go up 7-0.
The kick was blocked.
The kick was blocked, so we're at 6-0. Rancho Verde over Simi Valley. Let's go over to the Lakewood King game.
Last year and joined the 2023 campaign not as the listed starter. There was a quarterback competition between him and a guy that transferred in, Valentino Sainz Castruita, but he won the job early in the regular season and the team hasn't looked back since. Here is the quarterback on the run. A flag is down as he moves the chains. This may be a hold to wipe out the long run from Casillas to the Wolves 15.
That's the other thing about Casillas. He's definitely able to run that football. He has over 334 yards as you'll see him looking downfield, looking for somebody to toss to. And it looks like, unfortunately, that great gainer is going to be called back here on another penalty.
Yeah, well, it's incredible to think that the guy comes into the 2023 year with the guy who transferred in. So I'm sure Valentino thought he would be in the front running for the starting job, but Casillas held his own and become the #1 QB. We'll talk about the other quarterbacks on the field tonight a little later, but, I mean, both have a sense of moxie and confidence, and you can see it in how they have emerged as the starters.
And again, this kid's only a sophomore, so he's going to be with this program for 3 more years, and as he develops, man, he's going to be even more dangerous as the seasons progress.
One of the best quarterbacks they've had in a while. He drops it off on the run to Sean Lane. And the senior couldn't get by the first defender. That holding penalty was very costly. 4th and 10 coming up.
Brought down by number 6, Kaleo Brown. Was able to pick up about 5 or 6 yards on the play, but it's still 4th.
Going to be well shy of the first down, but I don't see any punting crew here, so it looks like just like that. Hey, you're in playoff football, man. It's time to go for it.
Yeah, licking his chops. JR is anxious. The opening 4th down attempt of the playoffs. JR, and it comes with less than 3 minutes gone by on the game's opening drive. 4 receivers in for
Casillas. Let's go to Sanji
and he is going to go for it on 4th and 10. A gutsy decision by Justin Utupo, and it does not pay off.
Great defensive play. We talked with, like you mentioned, with Coach Chaddock. He said, hey, we're going to go one-on-one against Valenzuela. He says, I think my guy has the quickness and speed to cover him.
So a turnover. Can the defense for the Rams play around it? 11 personnel right now in there, a tight end and a running back for San Gorgonio. 3 receivers in the formation. 1st and 10. The lefty Clark, the gunslinger, complete to about the 35-yard line. Stepping out of bounds is Francisco Morales. Morales, a sure-handed receiver, averaged 15 yards a catch. Chris Chaddock calls him the Latino Wes Welker. Very similar skills to the old Miami and New England wide receiver. Here's another look at the fumble. Valenzuela out on the car, just stripped away, was knocked away. Making the play for San Gorgonio was Sal Ramirez, poking it away. So a 12-yard pickup on that play. They marked him out at the 36-yard line. Here's the give up the middle to Carolina. Rumbles to the 30. Breaks a tackle. He's outside of the 25 and finally tackled inside the 25-yard line. Carolina making the play is Michael Perez for Ramona. So they'll mark him to the 25-yard line, an 11-yard pickup for Dylan Carolina.
Not too many running backs we've seen this year that are 6'2", and big. Built. Dylan Carolina, 6'2", 185.
All right, let's go down to Simi Valley Rancho Verde, where
So
we've had a scoring development by Simi Valley.
A high-scoring affair today.
So let's see. That was a 2-minute drive. Time of possession is pretty even. Score 6-6. Minute and a half to 2 minutes. Referee calls a quick timeout. Then he starts the clock again. Number 25, Jack Reed on the kick. Jack Reed's kick is up and very good. A lot of leg on that. We'll have to remember that for later. So now
let's go down to Sound G Ramona, where San G is driving, and it looks like they just may have scored.
Touchdown strike from the lefty Clark to Sawyer.
This is fun, Gazal. We might have a score in the hundreds tonight. Might be a basketball score.
So Sawyer with the 23-yard reception makes it 7-6. Bustamante on. Try the PAT. Bustamante now 34 of 37 on PATs, and it's 7 apiece with 7:57 to play here in the first quarter.
Well, he is a fun player to watch. I mean, like I said, quick release. Gets it right over the top.
One-on-one coverage right to the pylon, and Sawyer reels it in. Sawyer on the year, 35 catches, averaging nearly 19 yards a catch. That is his 11th touchdown of the season. Not only that, we were talking to Chris Chaddock before the game.
Now let's go over to Lakewood King, where King's taking over on their first possession.
One of those guys.
Don't know anything about those guys. I was a sweat.
That kind of neutralized the rally there.
King dodges a bullet on that one.
3rd down and 9 yards to go in the middle of the first quarter of a scoreless playoff game, and he is taken down for a sack. It took only 4 plays. Tyree McGowan in for the sack. I mean, incredible defense. And, for King, if they can't protect the quarterback, it may be a long night for Joshua Harper.
Yeah, boy, I tell you, both of these defensive squads have really stepped up, matching sack for sack against respective teams here.
2.5 sacks for Tyree McGowan this year, is being recruited by Portland State, UC Davis, and Weber State, among others. An outstanding
now
linebacker.
That King's turned the ball over, let's go to our game of the week, where Ramona has possession again, down versus San G.
Annoying to my eyeballs.
1st and 10. Here comes the blitz. The handoff to Tolbert. First level. Now he's slung down over the 35. Gets up to about the 36-yard line. Give him 4 yards on the play. Jacob Russell making the tackle. Russell has really stepped up lately. Missed a good part of the season for the Spartans, but a 4-yard pickup there by Tolbert. Second down.
Tolbert got tackled and thrown about 3 extra yards there if you watch on the replay. Watch this. He gets tackled and then immediately thrown forward about 3.5 yards.
Second down. Here's a little bit of misdirection, and Tolbert, they've made a nice adjustment, and down he goes into the backfield. The defensive end, Adrian Favela, got there quickly, and then his buddies showed up, maybe a yard on the play, 3rd down. Good adjustment. Chris Chaddock runs the defense, Jeff, but he's helped out, as we talked about, Andy Martinez, and also Kenny Lawler helps him out. Third and 6. Acosta rolling. Looking down the field. The ball's complete. A first down to Jake Valenzuela up to about the 44-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. Looks like about a 12-yard gain.
Yeah, they're going to put it right at the 45-yard line here. But, hey, we talked about Acosta. I think if you are Sanji, you want to keep him in that pocket. You don't want him to get outside. That's when he can cause some damage.
There's a quote from Chris Chaddock. Key will be to keep Acosta in the pocket. He is better on the run. Can be a problem if he's making plays.
Boom. I just analyzed
There you go.
the coach.
Delayed handoff to Tolbert, 5 yards, 10 yards, first down and more. Tolbert to the open field. Tolbert to the house. Touchdown, Ramona.
Oh, they didn't give it
Oh,
to
they
him.
said he's going to be out at the 1. Actually, they have him out about the 3-yard line.
Boy, Tolbert has come ready to play, hasn't he?
52-yard run for Tolbert, so he's got a 58-yard run and a 52-yard run, first and goal for Ramona.
You look at him, he's tired. He said, I haven't run this much in a while.
Tolbert had a little bit of a rough game last week against Norte Vista. They were very physical with him. Let's see. Oh, a nice block. There's a decleater right out front. It looks like that was Diaz Ledesma getting that one. They give it to Tolbert, and this time he is in earnest. So sincerely to the end zone goes Sincere Tolbert, and right down the field move the Rams of Ramona. Touchdown Rams. They lead 13-7.
Well, Pep Fernandez would not like this game. In fact, stick around and watch the Pep rally tonight at 11 p.m. right after this ball game. But I will say this, he would not like this football game. It is not a whole lot of defense so far.
Jose Martinez puts it up and in, and it's 14-7 Ramona. We haven't really had a chance to talk about the officials. The referee, Jeff Roberts, the umpire, Joe Garcia.
Okay, with
Jim Druding is
Ramona
the head linesman, Joel Rogers, the line judge. and
let's go
Chris
down to
Nguyen, the back
Simi
judge.
Valley and Rancho Verde, where the Mustangs have the ball and they're on the move at the Simi Valley 46-yard line.
For the game.
Orange Vista being
Look
a
at
team that
Tolbert.
went
Once he
5-0.
gets outside, squares the
Split receivers here. Dylan Riley on the motion, coming back to Amarian Orange. Still going. What an acrobatic play. He did a cartwheel.
Brought down right
He
about
did
the
a
25.
cartwheel. He was brought down with a horse collar, and he did a cartwheel. What an incredible play. Amarian Orange using hands, feet, anything to keep going. Here's the replay.
Check that replay.
They run a little bubble screen, catch him there. He gets brought down, flipped. Woo! Man. Holy cow, I couldn't do that without a ball. What a play.
A great play by Orange. What could have ended up, stopped after a couple yards, he ends up powering and just keep going.
Now we're seeing the power side of Dylan Riley running because there's guys all over him. They're all over him like a cheap suit.
Well, and this has been a little bit of a longer drive. Plus, you add that offsides penalty, so the defense easily could get frustrated right now. So we'll see if they can stand strong here in the red zone coming up.
Dylan Riley has accounted for 3 of the 5 Rancho first downs unofficially, and Dylan the other 2, and the touchdown from Dylan Riley, 68-yard run. So, again, no secrets here. When you get to this point, they're watching film. They see what's happening. There's no dummies here in CIF playoffs.
No, and everyone is good.
Yes,
they're
yes.
all good teams. These are all great athletes.
Quick pitch out to Dylan Riley. They sniffed it out. And on that tackle, number 33, Isaac Simpson. Also number 9, Jaden Graham, who's holding the edge. See, it's a
All
quick
right, here
pitch.
we
He's
have
got
our
the
3
momentum
games,
going.
and here's a quick look at how
They had him on
everything's
the
going
outside
tonight.
edge.
Ramona's up 14-7 over San G with 5:14 in the first, and they're on defense. On the upper right-hand corner, we have a scoreless tie between King and Lakewood with 5:06 left in the first. Lakewood has the ball on their own 40-yard line. And then at the bottom of the screen, we have Rancho Verde has been a sustained drive. They're at the 25-yard line of Simi Valley. Let's go pick up on a completion down at the bottom to Simi Valley, Rancho Verde, and see if they can punch it in.
Has been getting more and more time at wide receiver. That was a giant gain there. A big play for a first down.
Yeah, he came up big there. Let's check that replay.
Here we go. Great route, great throw, and he held on to that despite a solid hit by number 7, Dominic DeMaio from Simi Valley.
And Rancho Verde chewing up all kinds of clock time on this drive.
A keeper by Burpee. That's a great play.
That is a great play, and he is going to walk into the end zone.
Touchdown. Great call. Great run by Burpee. The defense is so focused on Dylan Riley, they all bid on that fake, and there was a naked boot left, and he scored.
Yeah, that's a great play call and a great fake.
So you know what time it is right now?
Oh.
Instruments up. Let's go.
So what do you think, Tim? You think they go for 2 here, or do you just go for the extra point to get the...
I think we still go for the 1 here because later on they might go for 2 if there's any kind of spread they need to open up. At this point, points are on the board. Let's get the 1.
Absolutely, especially the way the game's been going. Just take the points.
And that kick is good.
Nice.
That was kicked by number 3,
We're
Javier
back
Zuniga.
to the triple box.
Zuniga usually
Down
handles
at the bottom,
extra
Rancho
point.
Verde has scored to make it 13-7. At the upper left-hand corner, game of the week, Sanji Ramona. Ramona's up 14-7. Ball's deep in their own territory, and they're punting back to Ramona. In the upper right, we have a scoreless tie between Lakewood and King, and King has had, I think, 1 possession in the game, and they're trying to get the ball back and make something happen here with 4:42 left in the first. Let's go down to Lakewood and King and see if King can score down at the 12-yard line.
A huge price on the George interception. Robinson was caught in drops by both J.J. Cruz both E.J. Balazar and Tyree McGowan.
Taking a second look at this one, Nick, you'll see him getting pushed out of the pocket. Throwing it cross like that is just ill-advised. And credit Robert George with a cool run back as well.
Right, yeah, his 2nd interception of the year, and a big one for King, whose offense sputtered to 4 plays and a punt on their last drive. When there are 4 left in the first quarter of a defensive battle, they're in position for the game's first points. Another inside run to Brian Robinson, who stacked up at the 8-yard line. Khalib Verduzco makes the stop, his 75th tackle of the season.
Golden opportunity here for the Wolves. Looks like Andrew Dixon will come to the sidelines here.
Right, and if they are to pick up the first down, they may need to throw it with Joshua Harper. Riker Galvin, Xavier Juarez, and one of the most dynamic athletes in the Inland Empire, Blake Bowen, are the 3 receivers in on 3rd and 6. They'll fake it to Robinson. A check down to Green. He slips 1 tackle but couldn't get by the 2nd. Marshawn Drummond makes the stop. Off of the George pick, the offense goes 3 and out. Their kicker, Lucas Akutagawa, is 4 for 9 on field goals this year. We'll see if they lean on him, but it looks like they'll keep the offense out there to go for it.
Yeah, why not? You're this close within the red zone. If they get it down to about the 3.5, they can get a new fresh set of downs.
A gutsy decision. Lakewood missed the 4th and 10. King's going to go for it, or at least keep the offense out, and the D they will. Flag is down.
Oh, motion. Wow.
A false start on King.
Illegal procedure against King.
Now the kicking crew comes out. Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
12-yard line, 4th and 10.
As mentioned, King certainly has left points on the board with their field goal unit this year, going 4 for 9. And the kickers also missed 4 PATs, a total of 9 missed kicks. Lucas Akutagwa, the sophomore kicker and punter 2 on the field for this field goal attempt. A 29-yard try out of the hold of junior Noah Quensa to give King the late first quarter lead. Low snap, but it's down. The kick is a line drive and no good.
Oh, man. Plenty of leg, plenty of trajectory. It just was not accurate enough. Wow. So the chess
Okay, here's
match
our picture
continues.
right now. After that failed field goal attempt by King, we have 1:53 left in the first quarter. We still have a scoreless contest between Lakewood and King. In the upper left-hand corner, our game of the week, we have Ramona up 14-7 over San G with 2:27 left in the first. And on the bottom, we have Rancho Verde at Simi Valley on a timeout. See, Simi Valley has the ball after a failed field goal attempt with 1:53 left in the first quarter. We have Ramona with the ball. Let's go into the San G Ramona game and see what's going on with Ramona trying to take a 2-touchdown lead.
First down would need to be up to the 23. So 3rd and 14, call it. 4 receivers in the formation. Here comes the blitz. Here comes Russell. Looking down, he's looking for it all. He's got a man down the field, incomplete. Royce Mendoza. Running step for step with him was Sal Ramirez. Jasper Reese also in on the coverage. Incomplete, 4th down.
Ramona taking the top off the football. They've gone deep a couple times tonight. Must have saw something they liked.
You want to be balanced, and they've had good success running the football, but you got to keep the defense honest. And Acosta looking down the field. It was there. I mean, the play was there. And they're going to go for it here on 4th down. From the 37-yard line. Acosta to throw. He's got time. Looking for it all. He's got Valenzuela. Little bit underthrown, incomplete. Ball over on downs to San Gorgonio.
So as Ramona fails on his 4th and 14 attempt with 2 minutes left in the first quarter, they still lead 14-7 as San G takes over. Down at the bottom of the screen, the Mustangs have just taken over. It's 2nd down on their own 5-yard line. They're up 13-7 over Simi Valley. In the upper right-hand corner, we have a defensive battle with King and Lakewood. 1:07 left in the first. It seems like that King has been able to get some very good pressure on the Lakewood quarterback, as they do again there, and you see a scramble out of the box for a 1st down. Ramona has held San G to a touchdown, and they are on Ramona is on defense. That was a 1st down. We'll go to the bottom of the screen here. We're at 2nd down. We have Dylan Riley, the celebrated running back for Rancho Verde, trying to make another drive happen and extend their lead from 13-7. There's a deep pass and a wide open receiver. It falls incomplete. We'll go to the upper right. Lakewood on 1st down runs a jet sweep, and they get a nice 9-yard gainer. Let's go over to San G and Ramona, where San G has the ball and it's just crossed the 50-yard line, down 14-7.
Onto the Ramona side of the field. They'll mark them up to the 49-yard line, so give them about 4 yards on that run. 2nd and 6. So San Gorgonio, as we mentioned, they've won CIF titles in 2016 in Division 7.
All right, we're heading up to the end of the first quarter. San G Ramona, the last play of the first quarter for Lakewood King. And then so we're going to go down to Rancho Verde, Simi Valley, where Rancho Verde is up. They just have a penalty, and they're up 13-7 over Simi Valley.
And multisyllabic words, like multisyllabic.
Our vocabulary is extensive here at Teen Vision.
I'm omniscient in my use of multisyllabic words.
I do not think that word means what you think it means.
I know what it means.
Princess Bride.
I just used it wrong. Here we go. 3rd and 11. Back to the end zone, or feet in the end zone. Burpee back to pass. He wants to do it again. He's got him beat again. He's got him on the run.
Oh man.
No. Just off his hands. That was gone. That was a 95-yard touchdown play waiting to happen.
Yeah, and you know he's beating himself up a little bit for not being able to haul that one in.
And that was a solid throw by Burpee.
Yeah.
Sets himself up, put some air under it, got the guy beat. Marion Orange in place, just off the fingertips.
As we take a look at the triple box, we have the end of the first quarter in the Lakewood King game, the San G game, Ramona, and early in the second quarter, the Mustangs of Rancho Verde are going to punt to Simi Valley. We have some other games going on around the CIF. Damien is up on Murrieta Valley 13-7 in the first quarter. We have a score of Walnut over Silver Valley 7-0 in the second. No score for Yucaipa Miracosta in the first. We have Murrieta Mesa up 10-0 on Laguna Hills in the first quarter. We have Santa Barbara up 10-7 over St. Paul. San Bernardino is up 8-0 over Bloomington in the second quarter. Milliken up on Villa Park 14-6 in the first. We also have a score of 6-0. Paloma Valley's down in the second quarter to West Covina. We have also, Victor Valley up 7-0. Hillcrest of the River Valley League is down 15-7 in the second quarter. We're still waiting for a score on Vista Marietta and Long Beach Poly, the #1 team in the Moore League. Let's go up to the upper right-hand corner where it looks like Lakewood is making an attempt. They just crossed the goal line there at the 45-yard line of King, and it's still a scoreless game.
Bill Brown has been very involved defensively in run support. Already 4 tackles for him. The junior with 57 on the year.
I'm curious. There was a gain of nothing on the play.
Lakewood has made it a concerted effort to run the ball. 155 run yards a game for this offense this season. And they have kept it on the ground largely with senior Justin Holt. I'm sure they're hoping at some point he'll break out a long one against this defense. Wolves bring the blitz. Another run from Holt, who cuts it back. It is hammered at the 38-yard line and gain of 5.
Ball's carried by #1 Justin Holt.
Already the 7th carry on the night here for Holt.
Holt is able to pick up 5 yards on the play, so 3rd and 5.
Important 3rd down conversion attempt here for the Lancers.
It's really been a war of attrition tonight. You can see the hands on the hips for defenders. I mean, it has been a battle of field position tonight. Already a couple of punts, a couple failed 4th downs. I mean, it's been a defensive battle. Winner to the quarterfinals, and another sack from Kaleo Brown headlines an outstanding first half from the Wolves defense. A loss of 9.
Wow, that's just amazing. Just when the defense
As the Wolves get a sack on Lakewood, let's go down to Simi Valley Rancho Verde, where Simi Valley's down deep in Rancho Verde territory, losing 13-7, trying to even it up or take the lead.
Looks like they gave him first down, 1st and 9. So now we got Simi Valley matching Rancho. I think he's throwing that one away. No!
I don't know that he got feet down. Oh, he did.
Wow. I thought he was throwing it away. He threw that to Eddie Santiago. Eddie Santiago had 25 catches this year, #3.
Wow, what of a turn of events for Simi Valley. Well, let's watch this replay.
There's a replay. He looks, he's waiting, and I thought he was just throwing it away. He did.
Wow.
That was quite an acrobatic catch.
That was an amazing catch, getting feet down as well. I really did not think he was going to be able to, but he found a way.
The extra point by Jack Reed is good, giving Simi Valley a 14-13 lead, and we'll see later how big that missed extra point or blocked extra point.
Okay, now we've got Simi Valley took the lead over Rancho Verde 14-13. Let's go to our game of the week, San G and Ramona. With Ramona driving, just made a long 30-yard run. They are up 14-7 over San G.
Here's the throw over the middle. It is complete into San Gorgonio territory, making the catch. Antonio Lerma had the drop earlier. It'll be very close to a first down.
And they gave it to him. Sticks are moving. So Lerma making him right after dropping that other one down the middle.
So first down to the 48-yard line of San Gorgonio. 14-7, Ramona leads it. Here's Acosta. And he'll take it himself. He saw something. Acosta dancing, gets through one tackle, and then coming up and making the play is Alvarez for San Gorgonio. So give 8 yards to Acosta And that was a quick decision made by Jeremiah Acosta, Jeff.
Yeah, Acosta, like I said, you get him outside the pocket. He finds a hole. He makes something out of it. He gets 8 yards on that play.
We saw him take, a 36-yard run last week against Norte Vista.
He was really the only bright spot in that game. They look like a completely different team tonight.
Acosta, the quick throw over the middle. Complete to Shiner. Shiner slips the posse. Touchdown Rams. 40-yard catch and run made by Cody Shiner. To Pater goes Ramona.
Dad Danny, Mom Laura Shiner, the softball coach here at Ramona. Danny on the sidelines.
I was talking to Mom Laura before the game. She was working the gate on the parking, and her foot's in a boot, so we were talking bunions and feet and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
she's like
she's out here.
She's like Larry Bird walking around with the boot.
Jose Martinez.
All right, so we have Ramona scoring once again. And we have Lakewood defending against King in a scoreless game. King has 8 minutes and 4 seconds left. They just thrown the ball out to the flat. They crossed the 50-yard line. That looks to be enough for it's incomplete. At the bottom of the screen, we have Rancho Verde down by a point, 14-13, with 8 minutes left in the half. Other scores around the CIF, we'll have those for you soon. Make sure you tune in at 11 o'clock tonight with Pep for the scoreboard show. And let's go down to the bottom and see if Rancho Verde can get something going here against Simi Valley. Down by a point with 7:58 left in the half.
Maybe not, but there seemed to be some confusion right when the ball snapped. Either way, bringing up third down, 3rd and 8.
We can't have mistakes like that in this important of a game. We're in CIF now, and those need to be ironed out. So the team that makes the less mistakes is going to come out on top. Burpee on the run. Ball deflected. Rancho Verde will be forced to punt. There's no way they can gamble here this deep in their own spot.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so as we have a break at the top there with 7:58 left for King versus Lakewood, we also have a break down at Simi Valley Rancho Verde. They're going to be forced to punt. So let's go up to the game of the week with Ramona and Sanji. In the second quarter, Sanji has the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
On the hit. Who else is there? Peter Mesa, surprise. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage on that completion. So second reception for Morales, and we're seeing the defense kind of rise to the occasion. But getting back to our conversation with Ken Mashinsky, here's another look at the play. Clark kind of slinging it to lefty, and then right there, Peter Mesa, right there, Johnny on the spot, and then his buddies show up. So he got back maybe to the 15. 2nd down coming up for San Gorgonio. And looks like a Ramona Ram slow to get off the field.
Angel Torres.
And the senior, Angel Torres, one of the leading tacklers. Looked like maybe just be cramping up.
I met the trainer before the game today. Nice young lady. Has a degree in sports psychology as well.
Back, maybe he could play a different position. Considering the skill set and his ability to play baseball, they feel receiver is his best spot. But we've seen him this year line up in a de facto wildcat spot. They've given him the ball in a pistol formation in a few games. I mean, this is a guy, if he's on any playing surface, he's a guy you got to look at.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just an all-around great athlete. It looks like Lakewood will take a timeout on this one.
All right, we just had a development in the Simi Valley Rancho Verde game. We had a touchdown scored by Simi Valley. Let's go down and see if we can catch a replay of Simi Valley scoring a touchdown against Rancho Verde with 7 minutes and 41 seconds left in the half.
15, but really solid in his own right as well.
Here we
and
go.
A sophomore, so he's got room to grow.
Good throw over the top, and it looks like the Rancho Verde DB got caught. He didn't know where the ball was. He got completely turned around. And they're in man coverage back there. And
all right, as we just see there, Simi Valley has gone up 21-13 after a long score with 7:41 left. And then let's go up to the San G Ramona game where it looks like Ramona's just scored a touchdown.
Wow.
We talked about mistakes, Jeff. The fumble by Valenzuela converted into a touchdown by San Gorgonio. Now Peyton Clark makes a mistake, and Peter Mesa makes him pay.
I think that's the first pick six we've seen all season long here on Riverside TV.
Adrian Mendoza.
Yes! He went past. Oh, wait, he did. That's right. The Mendoza line. That's right.
Home crowd getting into it here, and
that was 90-something yards, wasn't it? 98.
Yeah, 98.
98.
And he was pointing the whole time.
Yes.
Jose Martinez. 28-7. And this look, you said it before, completely different Ramona team than we saw last week.
Yeah, I mean, they look comfortable. They look like they're in rhythm. I don't know if it was, the last game of the season.
Looking for Morales. Mesa just jumped the route, kind of tipped it to himself, and what a way for him to cap it off his senior year.
Okay, now that Ramona scored to go up, we have King making its deepest penetration of the game into Lakewood territory. They have the ball about the 25-yard line. It's second down with 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in the half. Down at the bottom of the screen, Simi Valley has just scored in the second quarter with about 7.5 minutes left to go up 21-13 over Rancho Verde, who now has the ball on their own 20. Looks like Kings is making another run down to the 17-yard line, so let's go up to the Lakewood King game.
Yeah, Bowen really muscled his opponent on that one. That allowed a very nice gainer by Harper, just shy of the first down.
And with both quarterbacks shining this year out of the CIF Southern section, the difference is Casillas is more of the scrambler than Joshua Harper of King. But when he runs the ball, he is relatively effective.
Look at the kind of shove there by Bowen.
9-yard run that time. Harper fires into the end zone. Boom! One hand. It's a catch.
Man.
And a touchdown.
Wow. Amazing. That's just the kind of player that Blake Bowen is.
We knew that he's a superstar athlete, but we didn't know he had the hands of an Odell Beckham. What a catch, and he is fired up on the sideline.
First points of the ball game, and boy, that can really spark a team here as we close in on halftime.
And here's the extra point. It is
okay. We just caught King scored. The graphics wrong at the bottom. The King is up 7-0 with 6 minutes and 4 seconds left. There's a replay right there of the touchdown. So now they're up, which has been a tremendous defensive battle. Nice pass right there. You see to the corner of the end zone. Beautiful one-handed catch, and that brings King up over Lakewood. Over at the left side, we have San G down 28-7 after a mistake by the San G quarterback, Peyton Clark. It's 7 minutes left in the first quarter, and we already have 35 points scored. Quite a contrast to the Lakewood King game where we're 7-0, about the same amount of time left. 7 minutes left with Ramona up 28-7. At the bottom of the screen, Simi Valley is up 28-13 and just kicking off. Let's go down to the bottom of the screen here at Simi Valley Rancho Verde.
On a lot of their drives, and then obviously that last turnover. So first downs don't really tell the story when you have such great field position and when your defense is scoring as well.
Great call. Absolutely right. I concur.
Oh, man. Friday night vocab lessons.
Actually, we have a text from the great Mitch Meyer. It says our vocabulary is unmatched with the common man. Unmatched, uncomplicated, individualized,
eloquent,
all the above, all inclusive. Back to receive, number 1. A.J. Boone, dangerous kick returner. Picks his way forward back to the 30-yard line.
As we take a break here in the first quarter, we have some scores for you for CIF. Paloma Valley is down 9-0 in the second quarter to West Covina. We have Newberry Park up 14-7 over Ventura in the second. Elsinore 23-0 in the second quarter over Brea Olinda. We have Summit down 20-6 in the second quarter to Covina. Bonita and Northview are locked at 7 in the second quarter. We have Hillcrest down 18-7 in the second quarter. We still don't have a score on Vista Marietta Poly. Hemet is down 14-7. Let's see what else we have here. We have Glendora down to Huntington Beach 15-7 in the second quarter. We have King, again, here's one of our games, up 7-0. They just scored. We have Temecula Prep down 20-7 in the second to Artesia. We have a score Mission Viejo 14-3 over Palos Verdes in the second quarter. Of course, another one of our games, Simi Valley's up 28-13 over Rancho Verde. We have a score here on Korean Lutheran is 14-7 over Hart in the second quarter. We have Salesian up 13-0 over Granite Hills in the second. Santa Ana 14-7 over Santa Monica. And then let's go over to the upper left-hand corner where it looks like Ramona has put another score on the board.
Wow. So they're going to call, I think what they're going to call is a block in the back.
Yeah, it's all going to come back.
But, wow, I'd love to see that run again. I mean, I thought everybody had stopped.
A lot of the San G players did stop.
But, hey, Ramona did what they're supposed to. You play
Right.
till the
You
whistle.
play till the whistle, yeah. So, from where the flag came in, do they call it clipping anymore, or is it just straight block in the back?
Yeah, just blocking the back, I think. Let's see the return here.
So there's it was holding. So, yeah, no, good balance there. That's like some, Miyagi-Do karate stuff, keeping the balance. Balance, Daniel's son. Royce Mendoza keeps the balance, and then Troy Long says nobody blew a whistle. But it's all going to come back, a penalty assessed against Ramona. So the block in the back, or the hold at the 30-yard line, they'll mark it back to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they don't call it clipping anymore. Remember that was down here?
Yeah, clipping.
Cool.
Yeah.
They don't do that
From our
anymore. It
childhood.
looked like a block in the back to me. I didn't see
Another
a
chapter of our childhood that's been removed, Jeff.
Gone.
It's like kids singing
Apparently,
Mr. Telephone.
Ramona touchdown was called back, so they're up with 6 minutes left in the first quarter, still up 28-7. The Wolves are defending their 7-0 lead with 5:03 left in the second. They have harassed Lakewood's quarterback all night long. At the bottom of the screen, you see the Mustangs with the ball, a timeout with 4:27 left in the half, and they're trying to get close, down 28-13 to Simi Valley. Let's go up to Lakewood King, where King has just intercepted the ball, and they are going to try to extend their lead.
Second interception thrown from Cade Casillas tonight.
Wow, once again, the pressure by that front line was kind of the difference maker. That ball was tipped and right into the hands of Brown. The Wolves have plenty of time to make things happen before we close out this first half of play.
He's one of the youngest players on the football team, Cade Casillas. And while he has had an incredible year overall, the quarterback, with 8 interceptions thrown this season, he did have, in a 43-0 loss to Milliken, a 0-touchdown, 4-interception game in a blowout loss at the Rams. That was, in fact, their second to previous road game of the season. So his numbers overall look great.
Third
But
down.
when he faced a great team like Milliken,
I'll go with 10 3/4. Burpee back to pass. Good throw. Had midget on a slant. If he'd have got that, he'd still be running. It was a good play call. Burpee put something on that one. Just missed it. Just missed the receiver by a little bit. 4th down.
Wow. 4th down. 3:44 left in the half, so Simi Valley's going to have some time to work with here.
Which is scary. Because they've been scoring quickly. But
Yeah, they don't
Okay,
need
so we got
3:44.
it's before halftime here. King has the ball on an interception. They've got possession on an interception. It's 2nd down. They have the ball at their own 39-yard line. And they looks like they got a 1st down. Let's see if they can score here with 4:48 left in the half.
Look at his trick play.
6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 from the 41.
King capped off its last lengthy drive with a beautiful touchdown grab of 17 yards from Blake Bowen on the throw from Joshua Harper. And they've got the ball back with 4:11 left in the first half. Off the play fake, Harper had his jersey tugged, but it doesn't matter. A 6-yard run knocked down by Ferduzco. 1st down, King Wolves.
Nicely done by Harper.
Quarterback heat, number 7, Joshua Harper.
That reminds me of the Super Bowl for Eli Manning when he threw that one to David Tyree. Everyone was pulling him by the jersey, but he figures out a way to get out of the pocket, and he picks up the 1st down.
Wouldn't get any style points for that one, but all that counts that it goes over. And here's the little hitch, and he breaks that first line, and then he's gone.
It was just a hesitation move. He stopped. Defender stopped. Didn't, said, hey, I'm going to continue to go.
Now remember, I should point out, one of the top players on the defense for San Gorgonio unavailable today, Zion Crawford, their senior.
Green is upended at the Lakewood 44-yard line. By the way, 9-yard gain for Green. That is, not only is Lakewood, or rather King, moving the ball well, but I believe they've only been flagged twice tonight.
That is correct. They only have 2 flags.
This is an maybe the best football we've seen them play all year.
9-yard gainer here, just shy of the 1st down.
The senior Green is 37th grab of the season, but the first tonight. A 1st down run of 4 to the inside from Noah Villarreal. In the regular season, he had 121 carries for 448 yards and a league-high 6 touchdowns. He was their bell cow, but Brian Robinson was slotted to be the first back all year. He was the first in his first game healthy, the postseason against Lakewood. But Villarreal had been a workhorse all season. He's earned an opportunity to suit up and play tonight. And his first carry is a 1st down. He'll flank the quarterback here at the 41 of Lakewood. Villarreal on the block. Over the middle, Harper incomplete to Galvin. Tipped away by Mead. Leilua, his 3rd deflection of the season.
Stops the clock at nearly 2.5 remaining here in that first half.
And make sure to join us. We'll have halftime coverage of every school from the city of Riverside, a look at the scores and the stories, along with the upcoming schedules, because we'll know exactly by the end of tonight who's playing who in the Division 11 quarterfinals and the CIF Southern Section quarterfinals. What I'm most interested in, Centennial, and whether or not they have the lead against Orange Lutheran in their first-round matchup against the Trinity League. Here's Villarreal again, and taken down by a host of
All right, here's where we stand. Ramona up 35-7, 3:48 left in the second. The graphic was wrong with the ball or on defense. Then we have King on the drive in the upper right, and at the bottom, the Mustangs, Rancho Verde, their drive stalled, and they're behind 28-13. We have some scores for you. CIF playoffs, Beaumont and Oak Hills are locked at 7 in the second quarter. Jurupa Valley is down 7-6 versus Dana Hills in the second. Buena Park over Arroyo Valley 21-6 in the second. Servite over Valencia in the second, 12-0. Norte Vista playing in Division 4. The 16th seed is tied. It's scoreless with Loyola in the second quarter. Good job, Coach Baddorf. We also have Thousand Oaks down to El Modena, 10-7 in the second. Cajon 6-0 over Pacifica in the second. Harupa Hills is up 7-6 over Irvine in the second. Ramona, again, is up 35-7 with 3 minutes 48 seconds left in the half. Our game of the week, we have Muir over Diamond Ranch 7-0 in the second. San Jacinto is over Liberty 21-7 in the second quarter. We have Kaiser down 14-7 in the second quarter, Dominguez. And we have Banning over Santee 13-0. West Ranch over La Harba 14-13 in the second. And Upland over Los Alamitos in the second quarter 17-14. Sarah's over Bishop Amat in the second quarter. Let's cut back and go down to the King game with 1:31 left in the half.
210 pounds, over 113 total tackles in the regular season, 67 solo by himself.
Wow. Shows you the sort of pursuit he has. And he has been busy on this drive in run support. King better be careful. They have only 72 seconds before the half is over and only 1 timeout. They'd hate to have time wind out before they can get a scoring chance. Villarreal dances to the 15 and is taken down at the 13-yard line by Leilua. A shifty runner, and Villarreal picks up 8.
Great move by Villarreal. Let's take another look at this one, how you lose that one potential tackler right there. Just moves slightly to his left and able to get that extra yardage.
And finally, with 42 seconds left in the half, Kingbirds in timeout. I'd say they may have been better off calling one earlier, but they get a chance to talk this one over. The Wolves are out of timeouts with 42 seconds left in the half.
Well, it's not a bad idea. You're right in the red zone here. 42 seconds remaining as you see Lakewood gathering around Coach Atupo, trying to come up with a strategy here defensively and hopefully hold off the King Wolves from putting anything on the scoreboard before we headed into the locker room.
Well, you can never say never in high school football. Regular
by Deron Tyson. San Gorgonio gets the turnover. Or did they? No, they didn't.
No.
Acosta falls on it. Wow.
Holy cow.
Tremendous play by Deron Tyson, not only to catch up with Jeremiah Acosta, but to be able to punch it away. Another look at it here, Jeff.
Wow, what a great defensive effort here. I thought he landed on it, but
all told, a 57-yard run.
Oh, he punched it out.
Great
away. Play. I thought he,
looked like he may have grabbed it, but no, Acosta grabs it. And so Ramona now 1st and 10 from the San Gorgonio 29. Acosta dancing, looking deep. Nearly picked off, incomplete. Shiner was the intended target. Sal
The Wolves are 6 yards away from a touchdown on each of their last 2 drives. And this drive was sparked by the Kaleo Brown interception on a tip drill from Quiros. 38 seconds left in the half. Robinson out of the pistol. They'll fake it to him. A jump pass to a wide open tight end of the end zone. A touchdown for junior Kaleo Brown, who sparked the drive with the interception and ends the drive with a huge King touchdown.
Nicely executed by the Wolves. Kaleo Brown was just virtually untouched.
Joshua Harper has thrown at least 1 touchdown in every game this season and has thrown at least 2 touchdowns in all but a couple, and he has a couple on the board with 32 seconds left in the half. It was a slow start for senior quarterback Joshua Harper, but he has really...
And you met the Ruelas boys. I met and Norte Vista has just tied the ball game at 7 going into halftime with Loyola.
So here with 35-7, Ramona on top, 3rd down. Acosta looking, throwing complete to Bracamonte, and the 1st down to the 5-yard line. Finally finishing off the tackle, Deron Tyson. So a 21-yard pickup, Bracamonte with the reception. And spreading the wealth is Jeremiah Acosta. He's completed 6 passes to 5 different receivers. not quite Jake Retzlaff, who's going to get the start for BYU tomorrow, Jeff.
Against West Virginia. I think we're going to see Sincere Tolbert right here. We're going to see
Peter Mesa, it's a two-man backfield. So Mesa and Tolbert both back behind. Here's the handoff to Mesa. Mesa to Paydirt. Touchdown, Peter Mesa. Wow. 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are just rolling, Jeff. Second trip to the end zone for Mesa. One as a defensive player, and now one here as an offensive player. 41-7. We are not yet to the half.
I don't remember a Ramona offense scoring this quickly and in bunches here in the first half.
I mean, there are a lot of people who got here late. Look at the scoreboard. They're scanning the field. Where's Nathan Johnson? Where's Bo Bruin? They're long gone, folks. And this has got to be disappointing. We both know Chris Shattuck. You know him better than I do, but Chris is a tremendous coach. He's a very good football man. And I think more importantly, as we see a San G player down, he really cares about his players. You mentioned he's an alum of San Gorgonio. He was an assistant there. And he and I had a very candid conversation.
Pressure from Dixon, and he runs out of bounds with 17 seconds left. That is a fitting representation of the first half tonight. Casillas has been sacked 5 times, hit many more. I mean, you please show me a play tonight where he hasn't been immediately under pressure.
Yeah, the pressure put on by the Wolves here defensively has been really the key element in this football game.
And one of the guys at the forefront defensively, Andrew Dixon, and talking to Coach Jason McBaines, who on your team is getting looked at and offered by Division I programs? I'd say number 9, Andrew Dixon, is a guy you should look at. Every play, he is all over the backfield in the quarterback pressure. On the short throw, he gets by Green and picks up 9 on the completion of J.T. DeCoon. Clock continues to run. Lakewood calls a timeout. They may put more than 4 seconds back on the clock. It looked like they called a timeout with 7 seconds. Nevertheless, Lancers down to 1 play, trailing by 14 in this first half.
Yeah, what do you do with this situation? You still have quite a bit of green ahead of you. I don't know if you want to chuck it downfield.
Well, this would be a huge momentum swing for Lakewood if they could score a touchdown going into the half. I mean, they need a bit of a miracle, but in a game like this, if they could steal one, that would go a long way towards a comeback.
Yeah, as we mentioned with Casillas and his ability to scramble and his receivers giving him the opportunity, you just never know.
Kudos to Jason McMaines, head coach of King. He took over for the program 3 years ago. He was a savvy veteran head coach, and the team on his watch have turned things around. I mean, we got to be honest with the folks on Riverside TV. King was not a powerhouse football program. Far from it. The team, before he took over, the 4 years prior to him getting there, had won 5 games in 4 years.
That's quite a turnaround.
5-31 was the record of the 4 years before he got there. And then the team in his first year goes 3-7. They missed the playoffs. And then 6-6, they split their 2 playoff games, losing to Western out of Irvine in the Division 7 quarterfinals. A win tonight, and they would return to the quarterfinals next Friday.
Yeah, the level of influence by Coach McMaines has been incredibly significant on this program.
Incredible Riverside guy to return home and build a winner. 7 seconds left. Casillas is looking long, and he's going to give it all he's got. A little underthrown, and gets tipped away. Intended for Caleb Tafua. Robert George fittingly knocks that one down. A standing ovation from King High School in Riverside. The Wolves against the high-powered Lakewood Lancers of Long Beach have shut out one of the highest-powered offenses in the league. And, JR, what do you think is the biggest
that might even push them out of field. Oh, no, here comes the field goal kicker.
So that'll be about about 43-yard?
No, he's going further back. That is a 43.5 yard.
I stand corrected.
You're right. Justin, you're right. A 43-yard field goal attempt. 43 yards. He's shown to have plenty of leg for it. The kick is blocked. They can pick it up and advance it. If he gets to the outside, keep going. And out of bounds. And we have some chippiness on the sideline.
Number 4 pointing at the scoreboard.
As he should. Wow, that ends the first half with a little feistiness.
I think we are in for a real
winning 14-0 at half over Simi Valley.
Clark slings it out
Lakewood.
to Dylan Carolina. Troy Long makes the tackle at the 40-yard line, close to a first down. Third down coming up. So congratulations, Jason McMain's a 14-0 lead going to the half against Lakewood. Not an easy opponent, Jeff. Third down. Clark, incomplete, looking for Morales. On the coverage for Ramona Iniola Olawuyi. Fourth down. 18 seconds to play in the first half. So fourth down coming up. The offense going to stay out there. Watch Whittemore. This is kind of his bailiwick. I mean, they're at the end of the half, so it's not going to be as significant, but just the small victories. You try to get the first down here and go into the half with something positive. Clark throwing quickly. First down. Morales stepping out of bounds and a little physical activity there. Olawuyi. So those are the small wins you talk about in a game like this when you're down big, and you got to do it step by step, right? You can't. There's no 35-yard play or 35-point play.
No, and you got to realize, we got to come out in the second half, and we got to punch him back in the mouth. We've got to do something.
Clark chased by Mena, and down he goes. Lewis Mena with the sack, back to the 34-yard line, and that's the end of the first half. Ken Mashinsky and Chris Chaddock were both extremely loose when we chatted with them before the game, Jeff. And it looks like the Ramona Battle Station, Jeff, is fully operational.
Oh, I think they were.
Okay, we're joined back here at the studio at halftime of our triple header tonight at the Pep Zone, and let's talk about our three games. And in our feature game, we have 5-5 Ramona, fourth place in the River Valley League, all over Sanji, the 9-1 Skyline champion. 41-7, Ramona is dominating on defense. Sanji can't get anything done on offense at all. They're harassing Peyton Clark, Sanji's celebrated quarterback, and it looks like this game could be a runaway. The only thing that has saved Sanji from another touchdown is they stripped the ball carrier from Ramona on a long run to stay within 3 scores. Over at King, a just surprisingly fantastic job on defense by Coach Jason McMain's defense to hold Lakewood. It's 14-0 King. Lakewood is the third place team in the Moore League, which has Long Beach Poly and Milliken. A very competitive league, which makes King's dominance on defense even more impressive. They've sacked multiple sacks and harassed Lakewood's quarterback all night long. So let's see if they can hold on to that 14-0 lead. And then Simi Valley, Rancho Verde. Rancho Verde's Dylan Riley has been balled up for the most part. Simi Valley is up 28-13. They did have a field goal blocked at the end. They were trying to go up 31-13. So let's see if Rancho Verde can regroup, make a great game plan, and come back and shorten that lead and maybe take the lead. Around the CIF, we have some scores for you in opening night of the playoffs. Thought they would interest you. I'll try to get the local teams first if I can. The closer to the Inland Empire, the better. We do have Downey and Capistrano, which aren't IE teams. They're tied at 14 in the fourth quarter. We don't have a score on the Redlands-San Marino game. We do have Yucaipa. Yucaipa is tied 7-7 with Miracosta in the second quarter. Murrieta Mesa up 31-0 over Laguna Hills in the second. We have San Bernardino up over Bloomington. The Dino up 16-12 over Bloomington in the second quarter as well. We have, let's see, anything local. We have Murrieta Valley up 27-20 against Damien. What a ball game that must be. And then we have Quartz Hill up 14-7 over Gar. And all these are late in the second quarter. We also have, let's see, Paloma Valley is down 16-8 versus West Covina. That is also near halftime. We have Summit locked 20-20 with Covina, also near the half. We have Victor Valley up 14-0 over Western Christian in the second. Hillcrest is struggling, but Linfield Christian, Deshaun Burns, my friend, up 25-7 over Travis, and Linfield Christian up 25-7 in the second quarter. We also have Rancho Christian over Hemet 14-10 late in the second quarter. We have, let's see, Los Osos is down 20-15 to South Pasadena. Bishop Diego down 13-10 to Redondo. Glendora tied at 15 all with Huntington Beach and late in the first half. Whittier over Duarte 21-7. These are all games again in the second half. Late in the second quarter in the CIF opening round. Again here, one of our games, Simi Valley's up 28-13 over Rancho Verde. We have King, again, one of our games dominating Lakewood 13-0. Ayala is down 28-14 to Culver City, a very powerful passing attack there at Culver City. We have Chatsworth up 19-0 over Pauley, not Riverside. Santa Fe 7-6 over Rim of the World late in the first quarter. We have Agora over Burroughs 14-12. Sonora over, can't see that team, so I'll go on to the next game. Creon Lutheran is up 17-14 over Hart late in the first quarter. Colony's down 35-7 to Western, 35-7 to Western. Late in the first half, we have Salesian up over Granite Hills 20-0. We have, let's see, Chino is up, the undefeated Chino is up 14-7 over Jordan. We have Palmdale up 22-16 over Bellflower. Crenshaw's locked up with Marquez 14 all. Inglewood up 28-7 over Chaminade. A little surprise there, 28-7 late in the first half. And we have Beaumont tied 7-7 with Oak Hills late in the first quarter. Jurupa Valley's up 14-7 over Desert Hot Springs. We have Buena Park up over Arroyo Valley, the second place in the Skyline League behind San G. Valencia's down to Servite 12-7. Norte Vista, again, tied 7-7. How about that? Ken Batdorf, a 16 seed in Division 4, traveling all the way to mighty Loyola and tied 7-7. What a fantastic effort by Norte Vista. Great Oak is down 17-7 to Lucerna. Let's see what else. We have Cajon, if I can get this thing to work right. Cajon up 14-7 over Pacifica. El Modena 10-7 over Thousand Oaks. Jurupa Hills up 7-6 over Irvine. Gary over Montclair 14-8. Our game of the week here, San G up 41-7. And let's see what else we can get. San Jacinto 21-14 in a rematch. 21-14 of Mountain Pass rivals at halftime. We have San Juan Hills up 23-7 over St. Francis. Dominguez is over Kaiser 14-10. Billy Cardosi, friend of the station here. El Dorado 14-7 over Laguna Beach. Anaheim 25-20 over Hawthorne. Let's see what else. We get anybody close. Baldwin Park 16-0 over Estancia. That one's just still in the first quarter. Got a late start. Upland is down 28-17. La Habra up 20-14 over West Ranch. Bishop Amat is down 27-7 to Sarah late in the second quarter. All right. Let's see. Citrus Valley, we don't have a score on them against Lusinger. We have Mayfair. Village Christians up 10-9 over Mayfair. Let's see what else. Aliso Niguel 14-7 over Lawndale. Patriot 22-14 over Los Altos. The winner of that playing Riverside Poly, who had a fantastic victory last night. And they'll be playing the winner of Patriot and Los Altos. We have Tukwitz 21-15 over St. Anthony, and St. Anthony is heavily favored. So Tukwitz up 21-15 late in the first half. Vista Del Lago's up 17-7 over Marina. They are the wild at-large team out of the Sun Belt. We have Oaks Christian up 21-7 over Chaparral. A little bit of a surprise there late in the first quarter. El Camino and Dorsey tied 8-8. Eagle Rock over Taft 26-21. Cypress over Rio Mesa 27-7. Beckman 14, Capistrano 9. These are all late second quarter scores. Let's see what else. Anything of interest here. St. Bonaventure is up over Etiwanda 14-13. We don't have a score on Orange Vista Eisenhower. 2-8 Charter Oak, and at large is only down 14-7. Diamond Ranch 12-6 over Orange. Grace Brethren 21-7 over Miller. Verdugo 10 Marshall. That's a LA City game. And I think that's it. That's the fast rundown. We have opening night CAF football round 1. Let's go to some commercials. I need a drink of water.
The City of Riverside Public Works Department provides high-quality trash and recycling services for our customers. Our convenient curbside trash collection services help promote a clean and healthy Riverside. But what do you do when you have items too big or heavy for your can? That's where our bulky item pickup service can help. Before you call for help with your bulky items, be aware that not all items are acceptable for our free curbside service. Furniture, tree trimmings that are properly bundled and no longer than 36 inches, water heaters, and other non-hazardous materials are fine for curbside pickup. Appliances containing Freon such as refrigerators, freezers, and room air conditioners may also be picked up curbside by separate appointment. Unacceptable items include hazardous waste, antifreeze, paints, filters, and tires. We also cannot pick up electronic waste such as computer monitors and televisions, or fluorescent bulbs and household batteries. Construction or demolition materials such as scrap wood, metal, concrete, doors, and drywall are also not accepted. These items may be dropped off in person for no cost at the Agua Mansa transfer station or at one of our Clean Up Riverside events. For more information and the current schedule for these drop-off events, please visit riversideca.gov/cleanupriverside or call 951-826-5311, your one-stop shop for city services. To schedule a bulky item pickup, first call your service provider for an appointment. On the day of your appointment, please make sure that your items are curbside by 5:30 a.m. You may have up to 5 items picked up at each service call. If you have an appliance containing Freon, please call the Appliance Recycling Center of America at 1-800-654-2722 for your free pickup appointment. RPU customers may even qualify for a rebate. Visit riversidepublicutilities.com for information on current residential rebate programs. To find out more about the City of Riverside trash services or our Clean Up Riverside events, visit the Public Works website at riversideca.gov/publicworks.
If you like architecture and history, then don't miss the Doors Open event in Riverside. Many buildings, some which aren't normally open to the public, will open their doors for a look at each one's unique history. Doors Open is free to the public, so visit doorsopenriverside.com to see participating locations. And don't forget to use the hashtag DoorsOpenRiverside to tag us on social media.
The City of Riverside Public Works Department provides high-quality trash and recycling services for our customers. Convenient curbside trash collection services promote a clean and healthy Riverside. To help us provide you with top-quality service, we ask you to follow a few key rules. When placing your trash containers for pickup, please observe the following. Place each container with at least 3 feet separation from each other and at least 6 feet from obstructions such as parked cars, fire hydrants, mailboxes, and trees. Your bin should be placed at the curb no later than 5:30 a.m. on your collection day with the arrow on the lid pointed toward the street to ensure your bins get emptied. If you are experiencing issues with your trash collection or perhaps need a replacement for a damaged trash bin, please contact our customer service call center by using the 311 app or website, or by dialing 951-826-5311 to reach one of our customer service representatives. And for more information about trash services, recycling, or bulky items, visit the Public Works website at riversideca.gov/publicworks. Hey there, Riverside residents! Did you hear about the awesome e-waste, document shredding, and battery collection day the city recently held? It was the perfect opportunity to get rid of those pesky items that are tough to dispose of properly.
We're here to drop off some documents and some batteries and just some household goods that normally we can't get rid of.
The city offers plenty of other ways to declutter your home. If you've got big items that won't fit in your trash can, don't worry. There are bulky item drop-off events just for that. And what about all those old paint cans and other chemicals you're not sure how to dispose of? The city's got you covered with hazardous household waste events. And let's not forget about the free drop-off days at the Agua Mansa Solid Waste Facility. It's like a one-stop shop for all your hard-to-throw-away items. Plus, it's free and super convenient.
I'm here to drop off batteries and e-waste and bulbs. It's so much more convenient.
So if you're ready to declutter your home and make your life easier, come on down to one of these awesome events. You'll be doing your part to keep our community clean and green.
I waited for this event for probably about a couple of years. I've got all these boxes of paper in my garage, so I'm so happy that I finally get to rid of them.
To find out more about our Clean Up Riverside program and waste collection events, visit riversideca.gov/cleanupriverside.
All right. So we have the King Wolves up 14-0 over Lakewood, about to receive the kickoff. See if they can extend their lead as the first of our triple box games tonight. Let's turn it over to the Nick Rice.
5 times on Nightmare Night for the Lakewood quarterback.
Yeah.
So that's been the difference,
Yes.
certainly.
It should be
They'll
good.
go with
No.
the squib kick here to begin the second half. Andrew Hiang sends one short, reeled in by Alexander Juarez, who was spilled at the 31-yard line, setting up quarterback Joshua Harper for his first drive of the second half.
See what the Wolves come out with here offensively. I'm wondering if they're just maybe going to slow it down just a touch, try to establish that running game and control the clock and the line of scrimmage here.
Yeah, they went past 14 times and ran the ball 8 times in that first half, largely led by Robinson. Rather, not 8 times, but 11 times, so a pass-first offense. That decision for head coach Jason McMains to defer the ball to the second half is looking like a good decision. Blake Bowens on a jet sweep, takes a tumble to the 40, maybe the 41-yard line. What a run. Sammy Gomez made the stop, but this is a physical, strong, 6'2" athlete, and he took it to the Lakewood defense on that play.
You'll see it on this replay here. He is very difficult to bring down. He is just, with his stature, yeah, he's a big target, but he has such strength.
It is fearless.
You'll see him take on just anybody there in the backfield.
Yeah, whoever wants a little bit of this, they can get it. Inside run, and Robinson is taken down, and the officials are, you know, I saw one of the back judge there, Paul Schneider, thinking about throwing the handkerchief.
Yeah.
Decided otherwise.
Yeah, that was kind of right on the edge there. Are they going to give him forward momentum?
Interesting.
Wow, I think they did.
Yard short.
I thought he was short by a yard.
So line to gain is the 41. Did he get there?
Wow.
No,
Not
I'd say
quite.
he was about a half yard short, maybe not a whole yard. E.J. Baladazar with the stop.
Okay, so here we go. Rancho Verde kicking off down to Simi Valley. And at the we have Lakewood and King. King has the ball in the opening kickoff. They're moving the ball slowly, and we're waiting for San G over Ramona. It looks like Simi Valley's going to take over, first down at their own 20-yard line on the right hash. And then we have King with 10:40 left in the third quarter. They have a first down, and they've crossed into Lakewood territory trying to extend their lead. King's defense has kept them in the game and totally stifled Lakewood's offense and harassed the quarterback all night with multiple sacks. Great game plan. They haven't been able to get anything going on offense on the Lakewood side, and there you see King with another first down, move the chains, eat some clock up, and then at the bottom of the screen, on the left side of the screen, we have Simi Valley with the ball. We're about to get started as well on the San G Ramona game. Maybe we can go to the triple box here and get all three of them up. And we have a run by King. It's stifled at the 31-yard line. They're going to be in third down. And at the bottom of the screen, Simi Valley's also on a third down, up 28-13 as Ramona prepares to kick off up 42-7 against the Skyline 9-1 champions San G. There's a good shot at the bottom of Simi Valley with the ball on third down. There's a pass out into the flats. They're going to be short. Looks like it'll be second down and short. And then we have King on third down, or 2nd and 8, taking a shot. Ball's caught, and they're down inside the 15-yard line. Let's cut to the King game and see if they can punch it in.
This has been as good of a performance from everybody, even the wide receivers as we've seen. The only drop from Brian Robinson in the first half. That is all. It's been a great half for these guys out wide.
Kind of tossed it right up there, almost a bit of a jump ball, but your defender was not there.
Well, he was close at the end.
There was an additional flag here for a roughing the passer call.
King from their own 31 in 2.5 minutes. And a statement drive are at the 6 of the Lancers. Sam Green in the backfield. He can make a lot happen, but he can't shake out the whole team of Lakewood. And he stopped back at the 10-yard line. Tyree McGowan involved on the stop.
Third reception of the night for Green. Looks like it might go for negative yardage here.
Winner of this football game plays the winner of Salesian and Granite Hills in the quarterfinals of the Division 7 Southern Section playoffs. And at the half, Salesian led Granite Hills 20-7. First play of negative yardage on this second half drive for the Wolves, coming right out of the locker rooms with a statement. 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. Jet sweep. Blake Bowen goes airborne.
Wow.
And lunges to the 2. McGowan with the stop, joined by Sammy Gomez. 3rd and goal, King. Number 6, Kaleo Brown. Number 9, Andrew Dixon. And number 34, Connor Cuba into the game after the 8-yard pickup from Bowen.
Nice move by Bowen. Found that little seam. Takes it right inside the 5-yard line here.
And this absolutely has to be 4-down territory for this offense. They'll go ground with Keys Furra, who sits at the goal line. Is he in? No signal yet. It looked like he was a little short. And they say yes, about a half yard away.
Looks like the ball is spotted on the end zone.
Only the first carry of the night for Furra.
maybe the most important play of the football game yet, because Lakewood comes in priding itself on defense. They need a stop. 4th and goal, touchdown. Second of the night for Blake Bowen.
Who else would you give it to on a play like that? He's been your bread and butter man so far, both from a reception and a rushing standpoint. Puts up another 6 onto the scoreboard.
And King goes 69 yards in 4 minutes and 15 seconds to take a 3-possession lead. It would take a minor miracle.
Okay, King just scores to go up 20-0 over Lakewood. They're lining up for the extra point. We have Simi Valley has crossed up into Rancho Verde territory, and now the ball's brought back. Then we have San G has just moved the ball across into Ramona territory. King goes up 21-0, just stifling Lakewood's offense. And at the bottom, we have with 9:19 left in the third quarter, we have Simi Valley completing a pass and putting the ball up to the 46-yard line. And then let's go down to Simi Valley and Rancho Verde.
Former high school quarterback. I know what that means. I sailed a lot of passes.
All right, 3rd and long coming up. Handoff to Hawkins. Interesting play call on that.
Did you see Hawkins go through the hole sideways? I'm astounded. I'm flummoxed.
Stupefied, if you will.
I'm flabbergasted. How does a running back go through a hole sideways and still gain positive yards?
But unfortunately, not enough. Unfortunately, if you're Simi Valley, not enough positive yards, as that'll bring up 4th down. And the punting unit. A little bit of a high snap. He gets it off.
And got a nice spin to it. Good bounce.
That'll take it into the end zone.
And very lucky that bounced in. Their kicker's very good. Number 25, Jack Reed on that punt. Also on the field goal attempt, which was blocked. Rancho Verde takes over on downs with 8 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the third quarter, in a really fast-moving game.
So what do you think during the half Coach Zomal was telling his team?
Stick with the game plan. It's too early to panic. You've got 24 minutes of football to play.
Casillas gains a couple and slides out of bounds in front of the Wolves' Kaleo Brown.
Already 65 total yards and penalties here for the Lancers.
Second down, so 2nd and 12 from the...
Again, credit the secondary for the Wolves, just not getting any kind of target here for Casillas to land to.
Linfield Christian adds to its home lead over Hillcrest. Into the third quarter, the Lions 32 and the Hillcrest Trojans 7.
Wow.
So outside of a big comeback, Travis Carter and the Trojans are going to be one and done in the playoffs. Big hit of the 30-yard line. We haven't talked of him much tonight. Sam Green with the stop. His numbers this season, 58 tackles.
Okay, we're at the triple box now where we have Rancho Verde on the move. We just made a long break. Let's go back down to Rancho Verde and see if we can get that replay.
Like I said, Dylan Riley, you stay the course. You keep working. Here we go. Here's a replay. They fake to Orange going one way, come back to Dylan Riley the other way. He gets a seam. He's off to the races. Little stutter step brought down at the 22.5-yard line. Or if you're into metrics, the 22.5-meter line.
I think you have to change the numbers as well, not just meters and yards. I'm not an expert, though.
See, that right there, I feel should be a penalty there.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised it wasn't. That was pretty late, to say the least, and right in front of the ref. Also pretty blatant.
Speaking of alliteration, Dylan Riley was met by a posse of Pioneers there. But we're not going to be placated in our belief that a penalty should have been pursued. Second down, 12 yards to go. Activating the pistol. Over the top, Burpee's got a guy, what a catch!
Wow.
Amarian Orange, what a catch!
Hey, the coverage was actually pretty good on that. It was just a really amazing catch.
He had that, you're right. The defensive back had him walled off, and he went up, and he just reached over his head and caught it. So, to answer your question, what do I tell Rancho? Stay the course. You got your big guns. Your big guns got you here. Your big guns, well, you got to rely on them. On for the extra point. It's good.
That'll take us to 28-20. Simi Valley Pioneers with the lead. Let's check that replay.
Yep. He just went up and got it. That was an incredible catch. And your defensive back, you're looking at your coach like, what did I do?
So Acosta now, 3 touchdown passes. 1 to Shiner, 2 to Valenzuela.
All right, we have a lot going on here. Ramona
So a
just
big
scored
night
to
for
go
Jeremiah
up
Acosta.
48-7, about to go up 49-7. And after that touchdown by the Mustangs, Rancho Verde is only down. It's a 1-possession game, 28-20, 6:14 left in the third. And then we have King on the move again, already up 21-0 with 5:48 left in the third. Let's go over to the King game and see about the drive that the Wolves are pounding out.
If they scored another touchdown, you would be right.
Wow.
Ramona, if they need an extra point, not 50. A PAT would make it 49.
My goodness.
With 3 minutes gone by in the third quarter.
That is astounding. I think we mentioned it, when you push Coach Masinski against the wall, he likes to respond, man.
He reminds me of Sean McVay, a cool, collected guy, but when it comes down to it, he's got something in his breadbasket that other guys don't. He was plagued, his team plagued by injuries in last year's playoff run, but this go-around they are healthy and ready to rock.
Wow, nicely done.
Third sack of the ball game from Lakewood, and the first from Lancer linebacker Tyree McGowan, 1st and a half.
Yeah, Tyree, we've talked about him earlier. This is a kid who's been really on a tear through the season, well over 100 tackles total here in the 23 campaign.
King had gone on 3 consecutive touchdown drives, 2 capped by Joshua Harper, the 3rd from Blake Bowen, and that may have just ended their chances at a 4th straight touchdown drive if they want to keep this one going. First, they face 3rd and 18. Tyree McGowan with the sack.
Yeah, just when you needed something defensively to happen, the Lancers step up.
The third team out of the Moore League, Lakewood Lancers, third team out of the Big West Lower League in King.
Oh,
the
my
double
goodness.
coverage, it was nearly picked off, but Blake Bowen comes down with it. 3rd and 18, a pickup of 25.
Amazing.
Actually 26 for the first down.
Wow. Again, your bread and butter, man, when you want things to happen on a 3rd and long.
I'd say, JR, it's been that sort of night for King. Just throw it up. I mean, everything's coming down your way.
My goodness. Huge first down now here for the Wolves.
Anthony Winston on the coverage, along with E.J. Baltazar. A first down after the 26-yard pass play. King in control in the third quarter of this one. Brian Robinson races to his right. Slips a tackle. And is shoved out of bounds inside of the 20 by E.J. Baltazar. A pickup of 8 for number 8, Brian Robinson.
9th carry of the night here for Robinson, so he's really beginning to step up here.
Well, let's see here. The officials are discussing. It is a hold. Let's see where the hold is on the replay on this sweep. Might have been here at the screen right at the end.
Oh yeah, there it is. That's pretty. That's pretty.
Leilua might have been held by Riker Galvin of King. So that'll wipe
All right,
out
as we have the triple box up here, let's get some scores. We have Murrieta Valley in the third quarter up 35-26. We have a score at the Redlands game finally. They're up 21-7. Mira Costa is up on Yucaipa at halftime 14-7. Murrieta Mesa has shut out Laguna Hills in the third quarter. They're up 31-0. We have San Bernardino over Bloomington in the third quarter, 24-12. Villa Park 21-21 over Milliken, the second place team. And then let's go back up to the King game. They just scored another touchdown.
Touchdown drives, and the Wolves are putting this one in the refrigerator with 3:34 to go in the third.
Only the first reception of the night for Brown comes up with a 6. Nicely executed by Martin Luther King here.
Out of the hold of Quensa, Lucas Atugagwa with the extra point, gets a good run at it, and it splits the uprights 4 for 4 on PATs tonight. Harper with his third touchdown pass of the ball game. That one is pretty.
Okay, let's update some scores there as the Wolves go up 28-0 over Lakewood. San Bernardino again is up 24-12 in the third quarter. We have, let's see, Linwood down 20-13 in the third quarter. Wilson over L.A. Roosevelt 24-8 third quarter. Paloma Valley is down to West Covina. West Covina up 23-8 in the third quarter. Ventura and Newberry Park 14-all in the third. Elsinore up 30-0 in the third quarter. And then we have Summit tied at 20 in the third quarter with Covina. Northview and Bonita locked up at 7 in the third quarter. Victor Valley up 21-8 over Western Christian. Hillcrest is down. They're down 32-7 over La Costa. I'm not sure what that school is. Linfield Christian. Our friend Deshaun Burns up 32-7 in the third quarter. Vista Murrieta, there was an injury on the field, and they're still before halftime. There was an ambulance called to the game. But Vista Murrieta is up in the delay 14-10 over Long Beach Poly. Rancho Christian is up 21-17 over league mate Hemet in the third quarter. We have Torrance over Segerstrom 27-7. I'll try to find a local team. Let's go to Rancho Verde game versus Simi Valley. Let's cut in.
Pretty much empty backfield with Bryce Hawkins in the slot. He's looking for Hawkins out on the side. He's got him in the back of the end zone. Didn't see him.
He's going to take it himself.
He's taking it. Touchdown, Jesse Sereno. We're not going to go instruments up for Jesse Sereno, though. Instruments up is reserved for Rancho Verde. That was a very impressive workmanlike drive.
Yeah, that really was just chewing up solid clock, picking up chunks of yardage here and there. Really just efficient drive for sure.
A 4-minute drive, and just what a variety in it. It was a run-pass option, run here, a pass there, and he missed the extra point.
That's huge. If you're
tonight, he's sacked by Andrew Dixon. 10.5 sacks for Dixon this year.
Quarterback is sacked by number 9, Andrew Dixon. It's a loss of about 3 yards on the play, so second and third.
Joshua Harper's thrown 3 touchdowns. Blake Bowen on the receiving end of one and on the rushing end of another. But the play of the game from number 9, Andrew Dixon, has been a huge difference. Hard to believe that King scores with such ease if they don't have these short fields led by Dixon and the pass rush. Casillas with some magic slides to the 10-yard line. A pickup of 17.
That's where he gets dangerous.
And this crowd's getting a little uneasy. Maybe they thought there should have been a late hit on the quarterback.
Let's take a look. That very, very likely could have been. Once again, Casillas getting chased out of the pocket.
Got
Not
kind of nicked at the end of this play. Yep, just late touch, not egregious. They go with a quick huddle, and they stuff the run immediately that time. Christian Hicks takes down Sean Lane at the 10-yard line. Well, if Lakewood is to come back in the game, you'd have to believe a touchdown on this drive would be the way to start it. This following the Joshua Harper touchdown pass to Kaleo Brown, their 4th consecutive touchdown drive. It had taken Lakewood the entire first half and all but the final 2 minutes of the third, but here they are in the red zone for the first time tonight. And they look a little out of sorts right now. Late snap, Casillas guns it over the middle, and that is a touchdown dropped by Cecil Xavier Smith.
Yeah, this one into the end zone.
Lakewood, as mentioned, their most resounding defeat of the season was at Milliken last month, a game where their quarterback threw 4 interceptions and had a 25 quarterback rating in a blowout loss. Tonight, very similar numbers for the quarterback, 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, but he does have this offense on the doorstep, off his back foot, diving catch in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown to the tight end, Caleb Tafua.
Okay, as we see, Lakewood's finally scored with a minute 32 left in the third. They're down 28-6, and now we have Rancho Verde in a 2-possession game. They're driving down in Simi Valley territory. It is there's a minute 21 left in the third, 34-20. 2-score game. Simi Valley had missed their extra point opportunity. Let's go down to the Rancho Verde game and see if they can punch it in.
As you said, it was just the spark they needed.
My old high school coach used to say you play with something behind the belt buckle.
Right, second
Riley in motion. We go to the quick pitch. He's trying to get the outside. He's coming back this way. He's got a seam. He's got the edge. He's going. He's running. He's going. Dylan Riley in for a touchdown. So, what time is it, Mr. Moran? Instruments up. Let's go.
Great play by Dylan Riley to turn what could have ended up in the backfield into a really nice long touchdown.
On for the extra point. Zuniga, it's good.
We go triple box.
And a great moment down in the end zone with Mamazo Mount. Mamazo, affectionately, here's a replay.
Yeah.
Dylan Riley.
So we take a break here. We just had Ramona block a punt here in the upper left-hand corner to go up 56-7. The King Wolves are up 28-6. Rancho Verde has just scored to make it a 1-possession game. They're losing 34-27 to Simi Valley Pioneers. I wanted to give you a few scores. In our game here, game of the week, it's 56-7. We have Mission Viejo up Palos Verdes 31-7 in the third quarter. We have Culver City has lost their lead and is tied 28-all with Ayala in the third quarter. We have Agora up 28-12 over Burroughs. Rancho Mirage 2014 over Sonora. All these are in the third quarter. Korean Lutheran is holding on to their lead over Hart 17-14. LA over Fremont in the city game. Fremont up 15-14. Silesian up 28-7 over Granite Hills, and that's still in halftime according to the report. Jordan 6-0 over Monroe. Santa Ana 17-14 over Santa Monica. Undefeated Chino up 21-7 over a tough Jordan squad. Still listed in the second quarter. Not sure how accurate that is. Palmdale's up 28-22 over Bellflower. And let's go up to the Lakewood King game where King just made a big play.
His best performance of his high school career. I mean, he is picking apart this defense tonight.
Harper has been laying it in right where it needs to go. As we said, it's a Division I throw and a Division I catch.
Joshua Harper, over 20 touchdowns, over 2,000 yards now this season. Both marks the best in the Big West lower division, a division which includes great teams like Great Oak, Temecula Valley, Murrieta Mesa, Santiago Corona. That's their division. Harper with a beauty. I mean, it was great coverage.
Yeah.
But a better catch from Juarez.
Laid it right in there where it needed to be.
That goes down as a 29-yard gain. Villarreal dances to the 30, pulled down by the linebacker Tyree McGowan. A look at the best run stopper in the league. And he holds the Villarreal run to 3. Third quarter comes to a close. Outside of a fourth quarter rally from Lakewood, King is on its way to the quarterfinals. Wolves with 12 minutes to go lead Lakewood 28-6.
So it's coming down to the final 12 minutes here for the Lancers of Lakewood. They show a little bit of spark of life towards the latter part of that third quarter.
Okay, we got updates. Patriot leads Los Altos at the end of the...
Javen Sawyer takes it to the house. 56-13.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was going to catch him. Is he the leg on or the anchor on that 4x100?
That's Tyson.
What? There's another guy that's faster than him?
But Sawyer's another track guy, And Chris Chaddock, he thinks that Sawyer will play at the next level. Bunch of track guys on this team, a lot of speed on.
All right, now we're at the triple box, and we have some more scores. We have an update. Oak Hills is up over Beaumont, 19-7 in the third quarter. Jurupa Valley's up 20-7 in the third quarter against Dana Hills. Buena Park over Arroyo Valley, 28-18. Servite up over Valencia, 20-7. Loyola now has extended their lead over Coach Baddorf and Norte Vista, 21-7 in the third. A 16 seed in the fourth division, Division 4 playing the number 1. Great Oak has now fallen behind. Lucerna up 25-7 in the third. And Cajon is only down by 3. Pacifica up 17-14 in the third. Jurupa Hills up 21-6 in the third quarter. Highland 7-6 over San Dimas. And let's cut over to the Lakewood King game where King's driving once again.
Hell in the coffin here.
Yeah. So credit to the Wolves. They have scored a touchdown on each of their last 4 possessions. This Lancer defense came in third in the league, allowing just 22 points per game. Pitch to Blake Bowen. He's going to try and make magic happen. Gets a block from his quarterback outside of the 10. It is shoved out of bounds. Xavier Smith with the stop at the Lakewood 4-yard line.
First down here for your Wolves.
About 85 yards, but only about 8 of them are vertical.
Wonderful PA guy talking that one too.
About the 4.5-yard line, picks up a first down, so first and goal from the 5.
PA system is really crisp around here.
Sure is. Salesian leads Granite Hills 28-10. It appears Salesian will play the winner of this game next week. Of course, a fourth quarter left there. Keys for a touchdown.
Wow.
Touchdown, King.
And this game is just about over. Congratulations to King. Outside of a nightmare fourth quarter, the Wolves are on their way to the quarterfinals. A place where they were at last year, losing to Western. They get a chance to redeem themselves.
All right, so the Wolves have just scored to extend their lead with 10:56 left in the fourth quarter. They're up 34-6. Ramona's handling their business versus San G. That score is 56-13, but we have a game. Simi Valley's lead is only 7 points against Rancho Verde. Rancho Verde is trying to get the ball back. There's still plenty of time in that game with 11:20. Let's go down to Rancho Verde and Simi Valley.
Man, if that ends up in Joey Weber's hands, that is probably a touchdown.
It's hanging. Look, the ball hangs up in the air, A.J. Boone goes to get it from a 6'4", 225-pound receiver. He read that perfectly, and it slipped right through his hands. Great play by A.J. Boone.
Really just a good series for Rancho Verde in general defensively.
The momentum has shifted. Brings up 4th down, 9.5 yards. Here's the punt. Good punt. Actually, fair punt. Goes out of bounds at, where are they marking it? Still moving. Referee still moving. Still moving. Still moving. Still going. He has not stopped yet. He's still moving at the 40-yard line. The way the referee was moving up the field there, that's why I run sprints these days. He would have beat me in a race. So now here we go with 11 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the 4th quarter of Division VI first-round playoff game here at beautiful Rancho Verde High School, home of the Mustangs, home of a great football tradition. We have 11-13 left in the 4th quarter. Rancho Verde gets the ball. Shotgun formation. Hand up Dylan Riley, cutting right, up the field. We've got a hold. Unfortunately, that's the area that they call the hold.
All right, so that's going to back up Rancho Verde just a little bit.
Holding is the call. Preliminary indication. Preliminary meaning original.
Easy for you to
first.
say.
No, it wasn't. Preliminary indication was holding. Makes it 1st and 20. Now, the thing with Rancho Verde now, they're excited. They got the momentum going. Guys might try to do too much. If everyone just does their job, they stay the course, that's good things happen. If they're trying to do the extra stuff, that's when bad things happen. Shotgun formation. Burpee back. He motions. Jerry Midget. Midget on the run.
Picks up about 6 yards on the play.
Not bad. We're running behind number 77, Oscar Castillo, a 6'1", 250-pound tackle, who is punching big holes in the line. Here he goes, Midget, got a seam right there. Just enough of him to spin him down. Brought down by number 2, Seth Knight, for the Pioneers. Quick pitch out. Midget on the run. Midget turns it upfield. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
It's going to bring up a big 3rd down for Rancho Verde.
I would say that it is a, beyond big, it is a momentous 3rd down.
Wonderful. Wonderful use of vocab.
Third and 10.25 yards. Shotgun formation. Dylan Riley blocking. Burpee on the run. Incomplete. And again, I'm going to bring this up as a character, not issue, but a character strength of Dylan Riley. They kept him in the block. And they're sacrificing defensive players. They've had a spy on him. They've got guys watching him. So you don't see him pouting. You don't see him complaining. He actually picked up one of the blitz guys. What a great all-around teammate, great student, athlete, a leader Dylan Riley chose to be.
So that'll bring up 4th down and the punting unit. 9:13 left in the 4th quarter.
Raul Olmedo back to punt.
Low snap.
He gets it off. Good play. Fair catch called.
Right
down at the 30-yard line. We have a penalty.
All right, we have the side-by-side there. Simi Valley, Rancho Verde. Rancho Verde punts. Tries to get the ball back here with about 11 minutes left. Down by 7. Then we have King and Lakewood. King has put that game almost out of reach, 35-6 with 10:21 left in the 4th. Let's go to some more scores. We have a score of Baldwin Park 16-0 over Estancia. We have Banning at halftime over 33-0 over Santee. We have La Habra up on West Ranch, 21-17, third quarter. We have a big turn of events here. Upland was up at Los Alamitos, 35-17 over Upland in the third quarter. And we have Sarah up 28-14 over Bishop Amat. Santa Paula, Don Lugo up 24-14 in the third quarter. We have Citrus Valley down 7-3. Lou Zinger, the winner against Beaumont last year, knocked them out. They're playing another good first round game. That's it says in the second quarter. Then we have Trabuco Hills 21-7 over Newport Harbor listed in the third quarter. Edison down, Rancho Cucamonga up 21-14 in the third quarter. Aliso Niguel 14-7 over Lawndale. San Fernando 15-6 over Hollywood. These are some LA scores. Tockwitz has retaken the lead against St. Anthony. That's the surprising one. St. Anthony's highly rated. It's the third quarter. Tockwitz over St. Anthony 21-15. Vista Del Lago is up in the second quarter. Vista Del Lago 17, Marina 7, local team. And then we have Oaks Christian over Chaparral, 28-7 in the third quarter. We also have Beckman 14-9 is up. Venice 41-7 over Huntington Park, LA schools. Rancho Alamitos down 8-7. Lincoln County 13-7 over Needles. We're getting some schools that are way out. St. Bonnie 22-13 over Etowanda, third quarter. Orange Vista, here's the score. Orange Vista 14, Eisenhower nothing. Eisenhower was 9-1. Rancho Verde just came off a battle-tested victory against Rancho Verde. And then we have Apple Valley 21-19 over Hesperia. North over Charter Oak 14-7. Not sure which North that is. Orange 13-12 over Diamond Bar. Let's see, as we take a look at the side-by-side, we got a little break. And that's about all we have on the updates. Jurupa Valley's up 20-7. 19-7 Oak Hills over Beaumont. Palmdale over Bellflower 28-22. Chaminade down 28-10 versus Inglewood at halftime. Chino, undefeated Chino, 21-7 over Jordan. Jordan is qualifier from the Moore League, just like Lakewood is with Long Beach Poly and Milliken. Santa Ana up 17-14 over Santa Monica. Jordan 6-0, also from the Moore League, 6-0 over Monroe. We have Western over Colony, 42-7 at half. Salesian 28-7 over Granite Hills, also listed at halftime. I'm sure these scores, some of these scores are a little bit old. Let's see, Rancho Mirage 2014 over Sonora. Chatsworth 30-0 over Pasadena Poly. Westminster 7-3 over Shure. Culver City still tied at 28 according to Max Preps at 28-28 versus Ayala. Let's go to the Rancho Verde. No, then we have another break. Let's go over to the Lakewood King game and see what's going on there. I picked up.
Story for King High School. The team finished 6-4. They were the most ambitious team scheduling Riverside clubs. They played Ramona and beat them. They played Poly and beat them. Played North and beat them. And here they are against Lakewood. But let's check out the standings. They finished 3-2 in the league after a trip around the city in the preseason. They played a tough Big West lower division. Great Oak, of course, in the playoffs. They ran the table, but King defeated Santiago. They shut out Corona, and they beat Temecula Valley. They won against the teams below them, lost to Murrieta Mesa and Great Oak, but Great Oak, the division leader, they lost by 1. So they were very close to being the #1 team in the league this season. And they're looking like a snub in the playoffs. King looks ready to go for the postseason. Casillas on the run is pulled out of bounds by Dixon. Late flag is thrown. That may be unnecessary roughness against Dixon.
Or could be a horse collar tackle. We'll see what the call is, but it's likely against the Wolves.
Meanwhile, for the Lakewood Lancers, the team came in 5-5 in the regular season. A stark turnaround for them, but, I mean, you can see it. I mean, Casillas has no more than 2 seconds to throw the ball.
Yeah,
yep, horse collar tackle.
Could be a horse collar for sure. Yep.
But the ball still hasn't been advanced yet. Now it is. But, I mean, by this point of the game, I think they'd be better off throwing shorter passes. I mean, they went run to begin the game, and then as soon as they threw the ball, they saw, oh, the pass protection's not going to be able to hold up tonight. And I don't know, just the game plan has been a little perplexing to me. But nevertheless, credit the King pass rush. It's hard to create a game plan when the quarterback has very little time to throw the ball.
Let's go side by side as we have some more scores. We do have some updates. Murrieta Valley against Damien. Damien is up in the fourth quarter, 40-35. We also have the same score we had before with Redlands and San Marino. Redlands up 21-7. Yucaipa, Miracosta up late in the third quarter, 28-7. Murrieta Mesa is still up 38-7 in the fourth quarter versus Laguna Hills. We have St. Paul and Santa Barbara tied at 28-all in the fourth quarter. San Bernardino is up 32-18 versus Bloomington, and now we have word that is a final. First final we've come across tonight. San Bernardino 32, they advance over Bloomington 32-18. Villa Park and Milliken tied up 21-all. Milliken, the number 2 qualifier from second place team from the Moore League. Lakewood here is third, losing 35-6. We have Linwood down 27-22. L.A. Roosevelt tied with L.A. Wilson, 24 apiece. Paloma Valley has clawed back to be within 1 touchdown. West Covina up 23-16 in the fourth quarter. Newbury Park in the third over Ventura, 28-21. Elsinore has extended their lead in the fourth quarter over Brea Olinda, 37-0. Summit is tied with Covina in a tough game late in the third quarter. Northview Bonita 7-all. Hillcrest is down to Linfield Christian, 39-7 in the third quarter. We do have a score of Long Beach Poly 26, Vista Marietta 10. Hemet and Rancho Christian in a very tight game. Rancho Christian up 28-24 in the fourth quarter. Another one in the fourth quarter, Torrance versus Segerstrom. And La Puente and Bell Gardens. Bell Gardens up 21-13. We have a game in the fourth quarter, South Pasadena 27, Los Osos 22. Also in the fourth quarter, Redondo Union 20, Bishop Diego 17. And then we do have a third quarter score, Huntington Beach 22 over Glendora 22-18. We have Temecula Prep and Artesia. Artesia's up 42-13. We have Mission Viejo 45, Palos Verdes 21 in the third quarter. Let's go back to the Lakewood King game as Lakewood tries to put the ball in the end zone for their second score of the night.
Yeah, speaking of hot pursuit, Kaleo Brown with 2 touchdowns tonight, and here he is with another sack and a couple of pressures for King. Lakewood's last chance. Under 9 left, down 35-6. 4th and 4 from the King 11-yard line. They're stopped in the game. If it isn't over already, absolutely is by that point. King threatens blitz.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to just get the count to draw them off sides. Changing up the call here, which he's very adept at doing.
Holt in the backfield.
Yeah, it looks like might be delay a game now.
Delay a game.
Delay of game called against Lakewood.
8th flag of the night.
The entire story of this playoff football game tonight could be tied up into 2 things. One, the outstanding play out of quarterback Joshua Harper, who's been a steady arm for them all season. And also, one of the most devastating nights of pass rush I've seen in Riverside this entire season. I mean, 6 sacks is just part of the story. Casillas it's hard to think of a play where he hasn't been immediately under duress.
Yeah, when you're looking down the road here.
First 4th and 9. Under pressure again.
Wow.
7th sack of the ball game. Ivan Quiros brings him down.
Goodness. Well, looks like another nail in that coffin. Not gonna say it's completely shut yet.
So 1st and 10, kick from the 20-yard line.
Once again, Casillas with nobody to throw it to.
I mean, it's just, look, okay, that's maybe a second and a half. It was only a 4-man rush. Plenty of bulletin board material going into next season for Justin Utupo and the Lakewood staff. I mean, the story was just they needed Casillas to have a little more time to throw the ball. All that considered, he actually didn't have a bad game at quarterback.
Over the middle, broken up. Great play, A.J. Boone again. A.J. Boone rising to the occasion.
He has been tremendous in this quarter.
A.J. Boone. Great break on it. The pass was slightly behind the receiver, but A.J. Boone made a great break and closed quickly. And then back deep to receive. Got the punt. It's up. It's hanging. It takes a Rancho Verde bounce. Back to the 44-yard line. That's 3 straight possessions now. Rancho Verde has had the ball roughly at the 44-yard line, and we need to make something happen here with 3:34 on the clock. Now, not to get ahead of ourselves, but if you're Rancho Verde and you score, do you go for 1 or do you go for 2?
You go for 1 to me.
I remember many, many years ago, a strong Michigan State team was playing Notre Dame, and they were in the same kind of situation, ran a trick play for 2 and 1 at the buzzer.
That's one of those play calls where you look like a genius if it works,
Right,
but
right.
not so much if it doesn't.
A schmuck if it doesn't.
Yeah.
Back to the under center, I formation, fake, play action pass. He's going for it. He's got a man.
Man.
He's got him on in orange. He's got him. No! He had him. He had him beat. It was a great throw.
Absolutely phenomenal throw.
A great play call. It just went through his hands. There's no other way to say it. It was there. And you got to throw that. Amarian Orange is a great receiver. He's a team leader. And you know what? I go back to him. I get him back out there and I go back to him.
Yeah.
Here we go with 2nd and 10. I formation. Hand up Dylan Riley. Dylan Riley's got the edge. Dylan Riley turns, cuts upfield. Keep going out of bounds.
And fighting for some yards.
And we got a horse collar, illegal tackle by Simi Valley. That's going to add 15 yards. And if I'm Rancho Verde, I get Amarian Orange right back out there. Oh, it's against Rancho? I might stand corrected. No flag. They waved it off.
Wow, okay. Maybe they thought they saw a horse collar there, and then...
No, we did see a horse collar there. All right. 3rd down, 2 yards to go. And it goes Dylan Riley. Dylan Riley cutting up front, cutting back up the middle, still going. First down. Big run by Dylan Riley. He was tackled behind the line of scrimmage. He was 3 yards deep. But again, that will to not stop, that missability, hitability. Here's a replay. He cuts left, he cuts back right, still moving, breaking tackles. It's taken 3 or 4 Pioneers every time to bring him down.
Yeah, his tenacity is just unreal.
Our Miles Martin player of the game is going to be, I vote Dylan Riley at this point. Back to pass. He's got a man.
Orange.
Amarian Orange catches for about 4 yards. 2:37 on the clock. Moving kind of not too urgently, the Rancho Verde offense. Maybe they want to score with not a lot of time on the clock so that Simi doesn't have a lot of time.
And Simi's still got 2 timeouts left, so definitely don't want to leave them much time.
Under center. Hand off to Dylan Riley. Dylan Riley cuts right, back to the left, brought down by 4 Pioneers, led by number 33, Isaac Simpson, whose name we've said many, many times. Now they're moving a little quicker up to the line. Timeout is being called by Simi Valley. So they're using one of their last 2 timeouts.
Rancho Verde still with 3 timeouts left. Minute 48 left in the quarter.
I'm wondering if that's on their mind a little bit, that they don't want to give Simi too much time when they get the ball, because Simi Valley's moving up and down the field. But at this point, I think to save your season, you need to score. Yeah. But we might need to see a little more urgency.
Okay,
as they get to the
so
line of scrimmage.
we're here on the triple box. The King Wolves are up and in control 35-6. Ramona has dominated San G and moved on, scored 70 points. Rancho Verde is within 1 score with 1:48 left. The ball's at the 38-yard line, and they have a 3rd down. So let's go down to the Rancho Verde game and see if they can score.
Go.
Simi Valley looks like they might have jumped.
And there's that Eric Zomalt hard count. Hood. And it's going to be a Rancho Verde first down. Now, I hate to keep harping on this, but how big is that mixed extra point that Simi had? Simi'd be up 8 right now, but again, that's how tides are turned. That's momentum is earned. 1st and 10. Back in the shotgun. Burpee on the run, on the roll. He's got a guy over the top. He's going for orange. Oh, he reaches out. Just a little overthrown.
Bring up 2nd down, 1:42 left.
That was very well defended by Simi Valley. Simi Valley had 2 guys back. He was bracketed by safety and a corner. Here's a replay. Burpee had a nice throw. He laid it out there, but you see there's 2 guys on him, 1 on each side. And just well defended, but the ball was the only place he could throw it safely. Brings up 2nd down and 10. Shotgun formation. Screen play. He's got an opening. Dylan Riley on the run. He goes to the outside. He breaks free. Dylan Riley's on the run. Dylan Riley touchdown. You know what time it is? It's time for Instruments Up. Let's go. Great play call.
Okay, so Rancho Verde scores with 1:33 left to come within 1 point. It's now 34-33. The decision is to go for 1 for the tie game. So let's go to the Rancho Verde game, and the game hinges on this extra point.
Javier Zuniga. No, correction. Almedo in. Almedo for the extra point.
Don't miss it, kid.
Snap is down. Kick is up. It's good.
Tie game.
Tie game.
Wow.
Ties the game at 34.
I thought they might have gone for
Now,
2.
the momentum has inexorably changed.
I might have went with that running back.
There's that replay. Again,
I went for 2.
Great play. Great play call. 1 tackle to break, and he's off to the races. Great play call. So I'm going to come back to 2 plays. Remember the drop pass, the long pass that the Simi Valley receiver missed?
Yep.
And the extra point. But then we flip it the other way, if Rancho had hit their first extra point, they're winning 35-34. So we can't really say that because what haves? Wait, how's it go? Ifs and buts.
I thought you
If
were
ifs and buts for candy and nuts, the world would be a little sweeter.
I thought you were going to bring up the multiverse again.
No, here we go. 34-34, minute 33 to go. The kick is high. The kick is hanging. The kick is deep. Into the end zone. Touchback to the 20. Rancho Verde playing with fire. Rancho Verde playing with verve and excitement. Right now, it's Simi Valley Pioneers look a little tired. Look a little shook up. They're on their heels somewhat. It's hard to play on your heels. It's hard to play in heels.
I bet it would be. I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either. When I was in high school, I had platform shoes, but here we go. First and 10. Shotgun formation. Hawkins offset. Hawkins blocking. Pass outside, number 11, Calabrese. For about 4 yards. Now, what we got to play with here is a shorter field because, you know, their kicker was kicking from 43 yards. So they need to get to about the 30. I'd say give him the 35 because he had a strong leg, actually 2 of them. Shotgun formation. No pressure. Rolling out. He's got to run now. He's out too far and sliding down. Short of the first down. Is Sereno. Brings up 3rd down and 4. Rancho Verde would need to get a little more pressure on him.
Clock still ticking, though. Ticking down to about a minute left in this game.
Shotgun formation.
Or in this quarter.
Sereno back to pass. And it's going to be.
Looks like it's going to be against Rancho Verde.
Offside against Rancho Verde.
And so that'll bring up 1st down.
Now, at this point, you need to avoid that overexcitement and put yourself, again, like on the offense when they were holding, trying to do too much. You can't do too much. So you got to play it straight. It's 1st and 10, 33-yard line. Sereno in the shotgun, back to pass. Over the top, he's got a guy. And
they're saying that's a catch.
They're calling it a catch. That puts them roughly 45, 10 yards out of field goal range. Shotgun formation, no huddle. 30 seconds left. Back to pass. Sereno need a sack here, need some pressure. They called it a catch. Second down. 8 yards to go. 29 seconds on the clock. We couldn't see that one. It was kind of down in front of us.
Yeah.
But it looked like the Rancho defensive back was saying he was out of bounds. But, hey, of course he would. 34-34. 29 seconds left. Second down and 8. Shotgun formation for Simi Valley. Jesse Sereno back to pass. He's rolling left. He's got Hawkins on the left flat. He's going over the top. He's going for it all. No flag. Number 5. Jaden Clark was hoping to get a flag call there, penalty call.
Yeah, he was definitely looking for a flag on that play. Still frustrated. He's got to get his composure.
3rd down. 8 yards to go. 4 down territory. They got to go 2 plays for 8 yards. Hand off to Hawkins. Hawkins stutter step left, turns right, get outside. Brought down by Tylen Allen.
About 5 yards short of the 1st down. 15 seconds left.
Tylen Allen, an outstanding linebacker, junior. 4th down, 5 to go, timeout on the field. We didn't see who called the timeout. We missed that indication. But it's 4th down, 5 to go. So reset, game action. Rancho Verde jumps out to a quick lead. Simi Valley answers some more.
Okay, so we
Simi
have an
Valley goes up.
exciting finish here. We have 22 seconds left. Simi Valley has 4th down and 5 at the 40-yard line from the left hash. And how large does that block kicked by Rancho Verde loom now? Here we go. You got a 4th down, tie ball game, 15 seconds left, 4th down.
Sereno back to pass. Hawkins is blocking. There's pressure on him.
It looks like a sack.
Allen
You better
goes
get rid of the
inside.
ball. Short
Pass
throw,
is caught.
Sideline, 8 seconds
out of
left.
bounds.
Complete.
8
First
seconds
down.
left.
8 seconds left.
Wow.
They're at the 25. They're definitely in field goal
Now
range
we're going to
now.
have an
No
opportunity.
timeouts left, though.
Not enough time to take a shot and then kick a field goal. We'll see if they bring on the field goal team.
Last kick attempt, field goal attempt, was blocked by Rancho Verde to end the first half.
Here we go. 8 seconds left.
It's like timeout, Rancho Verde.
Rancho Verde
Timeout.
calls timeout. What an incredible first round CIF game. Two teams battling like heavyweights. George
Wow.
Foreman.
What an ending tonight. We just had King finish off Lakewood to advance to round 2. We have an exciting game between Simi Valley and Rancho Verde. A few minutes ago, Simi Valley scored to go up 34-20, and they had the extra kick blocked, which made it 34-20. And then since then, Rancho Verde came back, storming back to tie the game. Simi Valley got the ball back with 1:33. Now it's first down, 8 seconds left. The ball's on the 25-yard line. So they'll have one play, see if they can score and end the game. If not, and we're going to have some overtime.
Shotgun formation. 8 seconds left. They got to get rid of it quick.
3 seconds left.
And they've got a call that he's inbounds at the 13. 3 seconds left. The kicker's coming out. There's no playing around now. Number 25, Jack Reed. A pretty good kicker. Lining up for a 31-yard field goal. He's shown plenty of leg.
Timeout, Rancho Verde.
Rancho Verde calls timeout to freeze him. And this is what high school football is all about. High school sports is all about. You give it your best shot, you put your best team out there. It is what it is. Coach Zoma exhorting his team. I used exhort too many times. Demanding from his team that they fulfill their obligations and their needs.
I'm going to have to bring the Scrabble dictionary to make sure you're not just making up words.
And here we go. It comes down to this for overtime.
Season on the line if you're Rancho Verde.
They blocked the last one. Snap is it. Kick is up. No good. Off to the right. He pushed it right. Pushed it right. Here we go. We are going to overtime. Here's a replay. Snap was good. Ball was placed. He pushed it right. And there it goes. Now, for all intents and purposes, we are at 0-0. There's not been one field goal made this whole game, thanks to the outstanding statistician Brett Inman, the former Mullet. What an incredible game. Now, if you're Simi, you're a little deflated. You gave it your best shot, you're going to overtime. If you're Rancho, you got new life. You got energy. You got excitement. You got a crowd behind you. I said you got cheerleaders yelling and yell leaders cheering. You got the band, the hoopla, the excitement all behind you now. You've weathered the storm. You've taken their best shots. So we have a new coin flip to start the second half. we have some people helping us with some of the rules here for overtime. There's a 3-minute run right now on the clock as the teams gather themselves. We're looking it up as we speak. We are looking up. California high school football follows an overtime structure similar to that to college football. That in any given overtime period, each team's offense is given the ball at the opponent's 25-yard line. According to CIF rules, if a second overtime is needed, a 2-point conversion must be attempted by the team scoring a touchdown. Thus, in order for the contest to go 3 overtimes, teams not only had to match each other touchdown for touchdown, conversion by conversion. So, they each get the ball at the 25, and we roll from there. I don't see an answer for if there's more timeouts. I don't think there's any timeouts. I think they just go. But that's just me thinking.
That's usually enough.
But we have some people doing some research right now.
What an amazing game we've had so far. You couldn't ask for a better game.
Coach Rice, you've been doing great all night long on the, well, they call it the pep zone, but
it's a pep zone.
The Rice zone tonight.
No, I'm glad to be here.
You can see in the background our good friends at Team Vision TV 16 with Johnny Nunez out there in an instant classic. Rancho Verde and Simi Valley tied at 34. Coach, you've been watching the entire game. When I walked in, Rancho was down, so I guess they came back and tied it up?
They were down 34-20, and Simi Valley had their kick blocked. And so Rancho Verde scores 2 touchdowns, and they miss a field goal at the end. Simi Valley misses a field goal, and so how big does that block kick loom? And so now you got a tie ball game going to overtime.
Some guy named Jeff Gorham's trying to call me right now. He doesn't know we're live on the air. But, yeah, so we've been busy following the first round of the playoffs. We've got a bunch of highlights we got for you tonight. Pauly with a big win on the road at Esperanza in the opening round. Highlights already in the bag, ready for you guys tonight on the Friday Night Pep Rally. King highlights. We also have highlights of Norte Vista on the road at Loyola. Did not go very well for the Braves in Division 4, but we do have the highlights. We got some action from California School for the Deaf Riverside. They scored a lot of points like they always do tonight against Southlands Christian, so we'll have highlights of that. We'll definitely have highlights of the game. Jason, if we can go to that 2-shot again of Rancho Verde and Simi Valley. However this one ends, we'll show it tonight as well on the Pep Rally. And, Coach, you're going to stay up late with us, right? And
I'll be with you as long as you need me.
So we got a lot of great stuff. Of course, if you watched Ramona and San Gorgonio live on Riverside TV as well, we'll have highlights from that game, and it was all Ramona. I thought it was going to be a great game too. You know, good coaches, some good athletes. I know Ramona was your 4th place team out of the River Valley League. So, and you got a league champion. It's a 4th place team, but sometimes, Coach, that doesn't really add up depending on what league they come out of.
They traded touchdowns early, and then Ramona went up, and after that it was all Ramona. I think strength of schedule has a lot to do with that. Ramona played much tougher schedule. However, Coach Chaddick and his staff did a great job. They're 9-1. They're turning the program around. It's going a different direction, and we wish them all the best.
All right, so we're still kind of digesting everything because all the scores have not come in yet, but we will break it down on the Friday Night Pep Rally. I will say this real quick before we leave you. Citrus Valley winning 17-14, and it says GO. I'm assuming that's game over. Who were they playing tonight? I'm trying to remember. They were.
I don't remember.
Was it Lusinger? I think it was. Right?
Lusinger.
On the road at
Lusinger.
Lusinger. And then Arrowhead Christian, my mighty Eags, beating Arroyo 30-29. So they scored. It looks like with about 2 minutes left, and then they forced a fumble, recovered it, and game over. The Eags are moving on. So those are some of the scores. We got a lot of highlights to get to as well. Jason, are we going to wrap this up right now? All right, so we're going to wrap it up for now. It's, 9:30, so in about 90 minutes, we'll be back live right here in the studio with all your scores and highlights and analysis of Week 1 of the CIF Southern Section playoffs. Great game going on behind us, and again, we'll show you how this one finishes between Rancho Verde and Simi Valley. For Coach John Rice, I'm Pep Fernandez. We'll see you tonight on the Friday Night Pep Rally.